Okay. So far we have seen about the silk thread. So we have two types of silk thread. One is natural and artificial. So obviously we know about the process of nature silk thread, which is sericulture, thread extraction, dyeing, and spinning. So when it comes to artificial silk thread, it is basically called as the synthetic fiber, or we can also call it as rayon. Okay. So we add a chemical liquid called alkaline carbonate disulfide to that wooden pulp or cotton fiber or whatever it is. Once they add that chemical liquid into that, what will happen is it will become a thick paste. Okay, once it becomes a thick paste, they will add that mixture to a machine which looks like for example, you can take a murukku machine. We would have had murukku for our Diwali festivals and all that, right? So basically it will have one plate over here, and it will have some small holes like this, right? So likewise, a machine will be there. So they will pour that mixture or that paste into this, and they will press it. Once they press it, the thread will extract from these holes. Okay, so that is how the artificial silk thread is made, and these holes will be very, very minute. Okay, so as you know, our silk thread is very thin, right? But it already has many strands in it. They have twisted all the strands to get that thickness. Okay, so that is how the artificial silk thread is made. Okay, so basically we will be using artificial silk thread because natural silk thread is definitely costly. It is expensive, so that is why we do not use natural silk thread, and as well as it is super delicate. The natural silk thread is super delicate, so it is not possible for us to make jewelry using that. So that is why we use artificial silk thread. Okay. So this is a very small introduction about silk thread. And now, so the next topic is tools and materials. So now I'm not going to explain you about the materials in detail because further classல மூவ் பண்ணி போகும்போது நம்ம வந்து மெட்டீரியல்ஸ் பத்தி லேர்ன் பண்ணிப்போம் in detail. ஓகேங்களா? ஸோ அதனால மெட்டீரியல்ஸ் பத்தி I'm not going to explain much. So I'll explain you about the tools. Okay? So tools பார்த்துட்டு and then we'll move to the sourcing part. ஓகேங்களா? So let me just explain you about the tools. So tools பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா so I've mentioned 6 tools over here, but I've given 3 tools, which is much more fine with it because we are only going to use those tools only. Okay. So the first one is a round nose plier. Okay. So the first one is round nose plier. Okay, so this is called as a round nose plier. Basically, we use this tool to make a loop. Okay, we use this tool to make a loop. And the second one is a punching plier. This is called as punching plier. Basically, it has a needle over here. So using this needle, we can use this to make any hole out of it. Okay, we can use mostly for fabric jewelry. We use it because we use MDF board, right, for fabric jewelry. So in that case, we use this punching plier. Other than that, for silk thread, it is not recommended. Okay, and the next one is flat nose plier. So this one we have given you in the kit. So this is called as flat nose plier. So basically with this we are going to use this to create a flat surface or to crimp any material, and also it helps to create a loop out of this. Okay, and this is called as wire cutter. Okay, so this is called as wire cutter. So basically we use to cut any wire or like any harder material. We use for any cutting any harder material, we use this wire cutter. Okay, and this cutter, we use it to cut any delicate materials like thread, OHP sheet, felt sheet. Likewise, we use for all such things, we use this. You can either use cutter or scissor. Both is going to work the same. Okay, so scissor இல்ல cutter இது ரெண்டுல எது வேணாலுமே நீங்க யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம், because இது ரெண்டுமே ஒரே ஜாப் தான் நமக்கு பண்ணி கொடுக்க போகுது. ஓகேங்களா? ஸோ இது எல்லாமே நீங்க பர்ச்சேஸ் பண்ணணுமா? Is it mandatory to purchase all these tools? No, it is not. These two are not mandatory to purchase, because anyhow this flat nose plier is also used to create a loop. So we are going to skip this nose plier, and coming to punching plier, we are not going to use punching plier for silk thread jewelry making, so we can avoid this. Only when you are going to use the MDF board, like if you want to make holes in the MDF board, and if you are going to take orders more, then you can invest in this. If not, it is completely fine. You can go ahead with a needle to make a hole out of it. Okay, so these are the tools which is mandatory. These are the 3 tools which is mandatory. You can skip this and you can keep this as well. So wire cutter, flat nose plier, and cutter. Are we clear about this? Yes? If yes, please put a thumbs up in the comment. Sorry, chat box. Okay. All right. So regarding materials, I will be not discussing much about it, but I like to explain about the Kundan stones alone. Yeah. So how many types of Kundan stones you guys know? First, let me ask you guys, like, how many of you have already have any experience in silk thread jewelry making, or any beginners? You have, okay. Great. Okay, beginner, okay, okay, okay. So it's a mix of both. Fine. So let me ask you guys, for those who said you have an experience, what are the difficulties did you face while making a silk thread jewelry? என்ன மாதிரியான difficulty நீங்க face பண்ணீங்க அந்த silk thread jewelry பண்ணும்போது? And what is the reason of joining this workshop? Sorry, masterclass. Thread count for bangle size, okay. Sourcing of materials to understand the movement better, okay. Next. Be quick. Tips and tricks, okay. Fine. All right, so we are going to cover all such things in this masterclass, so do not worry about it. Learn 3D and color theory. That's great. To make business with innovative ideas. Okay, that's amazing. New designs and many more techniques. Okay. To make business amazing. Great. You guys have a great vision. Okay. So let me ask you guys, what are the types of Kundan stones do you guys know? என்னென்ன types of Kundan stones உங்களுக்கு தெரியும்? Matte, glossy, superb. Okay. Okay. All right. So we have, see, we have gloss finish, matte finish, ceramic, pearl, and glass. Okay. So these are the commonly available types of Kundan stones in the market. Okay. So the first one is glossy. Why? Because it has the shining texture. Can you see the shining texture? Yes, right? Yeah. So that is why we call it as glossy. And matte, of course, we know it doesn't have that shining texture. So that is why we call it as matte. And ceramic pearl also we know. And coming to glass, glass also gives you the shining texture. But what is the difference between gloss and glass? Sorry, glossy and glass. So what is the difference between glossy and glass? So basically, as you can see here, can you see the surface of the glass? It is flat, right? It is flat. That is why we call it as glass finish. And coming to glossy, it has some, like kind of bouncy texture, right? Yes, it is embossed. Yes, exactly. So that is why we call it as glossy finish. Okay, so that is the major difference between the glass and glossy. And in glass Kundan stones, we only have square and rectangle shape available in the market as of now. It is available in different colors, but these are the two shapes which is available at the moment. But we might get many colors, I mean, like many shapes in the future. Because when I started this business, because when I started this business, இவ்ளோ அளவுக்கு there is no much variety like this available in the market. But இப்போ நிறைய varieties வருது. You are getting many more colors, many designs, many sizes are available at the moment. And so likewise it might increase in the future. They might produce more in the future, so you can make use of it wisely. Okay. Yeah. And again we have different shapes. I've attached few shapes over here. Okay, I've just attached very few shapes. Okay, but we also have many other different shapes which is available in the market. Okay, so just for your reference, I've attached few shapes. And the next one is coming to the clipstones. So these are called as clipstones. Basically, people will use it to make the ari work. Okay, ari work பண்றவங்க. What note are you asking about? You have to take your own notes. The PDF only I'll be sharing it with you. All the other elaborated things which we are going to detailedly discuss in this class, that is something which is not going to be shared with you again. So you have to take notes for that. Okay. So these are the clipstones. It also available in different shapes, sizes, and colors in the market. Okay, so clipstones பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா it has, yeah. So as you can see, holes தெரியுதுங்களா இங்க? So can you see the holes? So basically they used to stitch it, but as of now we are going to but like we are using it to stick our design, our kundan bangles or any other accessories which we are making. Okay, so these are just basic things. So other than this, other materials will be elaborately discussed while we are getting into the practice. Okay, so we don't take much time for it. Okay. Now let's get to the topic of The video is a bit shaky, slow. Yes, it is good. My network is really good, I guess. Is the video clear for everyone? I guess so. Okay. ரம்யா, நீங்க உங்களோட வீடியோ செக் பண்ணி பாருங்க. உங்க சைடுல நெட்வொர்க் செக் பண்ணி பாருங்க. அப்படி இல்ல அப்படின்னா மீட்டிங் லீவ் பண்ணிட்டு அகைன் ஜாயின் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. ஓகே. Okay, so we'll move to the sourcing part now. Okay, so before discussing about the sourcing, let's just understand about the sourcing part. Okay, so I'll give you. Okay, is it fine now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So I'll be sharing you some Instagram pages and a few shops from Coimbatore, Chennai, and Bangalore. I'll share all these things in the group after the class. Okay. But other than that, how can you source online? I'll let you know now. Okay. So, but before that, let's understand about a little bit about the sourcing part. So, first, a product is manufactured by a person, right? So, a manufacturer will price his product. For example, okay, I'm just taking it for an example. ஒரு மேனுஃபேக்சரர் தன்னோட ப்ராடக்ட்டுக்கு வந்து 5 rupees வந்து ஃபிக்ஸ் பண்றாங்க. லைக் சே ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஐ டேக் திஸ் பேங்கிள். ஸோ திஸ் பேங்கிள் காஸ்ட் 5 rupees. Okay, so the manufacturer, from the manufacturer who will purchase, the wholesaler, right? So the wholesale dealers will purchase from the manufacturer for rupees 5. Okay, so this bangle is purchased from the manufacturer by the wholesale dealers for rupees 5. Okay, so the wholesale dealers, like, who will purchase from the wholesale dealers? Retailers, right? So will the wholesale dealers will give the product for the same price? No, right? They are definitely going to add some profit to the product, and then only he is going to sell the product, right? So for say example, it is for 5 rupees, and then he is also going to add his profit. So he is going to sell the same product for rupees 10. Okay, so the retailers, the same product, the retailer is purchasing it from the wholesale dealer for rupees 10. Okay, so now who is purchasing from the retailer? Customer. Who are customers? We are customers. Okay, so will the retailer give you the product for the same amount? No. Again, they will keep some profit, and then only they will be selling it to you, right? Like say, like the retailer is giving this product for rupees 15. So the customer, we are purchasing the same product for rupees 15. So imagine if we get the material from the retailers, obviously the cost will be on the higher end, right? Again, இப்போ நம்ம வந்து ரீட்டைலர் கிட்ட இருந்து பர்ச்சேஸ் பண்றோம் அப்படின்னா நமக்கு வந்து காஸ்ட் வந்து ஹையரா தான் இருக்க போகுது. அகேன் அதை வந்து நம்ம கஸ்டமருக்கு சேல் பண்ணும்போது அகேன் அதுல வில் கீப் சம் ப்ராஃபிட் இல்லைங்களா? ஸோ அப்படி வைக்கும்போது வாட் வில் ஹேப்பன், customers will say the price is on the higher side and all such things. So what can be done for this? Instead of purchasing with the retailers, we can directly purchase it from the wholesale dealers or the manufacturers. By doing this method, what can you do? You can save some money and you can keep a profit margin for that. Okay, ஸோ அப்படி பண்றதுனால என்ன ஆகும், நமக்கு வந்து ப்ராஃபிட் மார்ஜினும் இருக்கும். பை த சேம் டைம் கஸ்டமர்ஸ்மே வந்து பிரைஸ் ஹையா இருக்கு அப்படின்னு வந்து சொல்ல மாட்டாங்க. ஓகே, ஸோ wholesale dealers and manufacturers நம்ம எங்க போய் தேடுறது? So we have to source materials from wholesale dealers or manufacturer, right? So how can we search for them? There is an app called so only if we purchase it from the wholesale dealer or the manufacturer, we can sell it for the lowest price as well as with the higher quality. Okay, so where can we find this wholesale dealer and manufacturer? As you guys already know, I'm sure you guys would have already heard about this app called so how many of you know about this app, IndiaMart? How many of you know about this app, IndiaMart? Have you guys purchased through IndiaMart? Okay. So this is one amazing app for all the business persons. Not only I'm talking about the silk jewelry business, but it is very much profitable for anyone who is doing business. Because you can find, yes, they will only take bulk orders. If you are going to purchase it from the wholesale dealer or manufacturer, you have to purchase in bulk. They will not sell their products in a smaller quantity. You have to purchase it from them in bulk. Okay, if you are practicing or if you are about to start, you're not going to invest that much right away, then you can go ahead with retailers. But in the future, definitely you are going to build your business, right? At that time, this process is definitely going to help you 100%. Okay, so this is one amazing app to purchase for all kind of your business. You can also purchase your packing materials in this app as well. Okay, so I'll just share you the screen, like how to use this app. I'll tell you. Just give me a minute. So can you guys see the screen? So this app is called as IndiaMart. Okay, so this is called as IndiaMart app. So இதுக்குள்ள போனீங்க அப்படின்னா You have to register using your credentials and all such things. Once you enter the app, the screen will look like this. And in the top left corner, you can see the location. Where are you going to source from? All over India or from particular location like Bangalore, Chennai, Coimbatore, something like that. I am going to give all India. And then nearby that you can see the search box, right? So there you are going to enter the product which you are going to source. So I'm going to source plain plastic bangles. Okay, so I've already typed it. So you have to type what are you going to search. So once you click that, you will have a plenty of suppliers. Okay, so in retail, from retailers you will get one bangle box for rupees 100 to 120, 140, like that per box. But look here, can you see this one box is for 87 rupees, right? Can you see the price difference? And also if you're going to purchase in bulk, you can speak with them and you can negotiate with them. Okay, you can even get it for rupees 85, 83 and all such things. Okay, so I'm just going to click, I'll just click somewhere else. Where can I go? Okay, so I'm going to this, I'm just clicking on this. What happened? Your phone hang. Okay, so it's going to so you will see all the details of the vendor. So they are from Salem and they are selling a box for rupees 85. You can check all the details before purchasing it with them. Okay, so you just scroll down and you can see the about the seller option, right? Just click it out and then you can see their products, their catalogs and all such, and just check with the GST number and their last seen, all such things, and then their response, their ratings and all such. And also they should be a verified supplier. Okay, check whether they are a verified supplier or not. If they are not a verified supplier, please do not purchase it with them. And go to the about us option. You can check their address, reviews. You can just go through the reviews and all that. Here they have mentioned the nature of business. So the nature of business is the exporter and wholesale trader, right? So you can check with that and check all the other details. And also remember to purchase your supplies from the persons who are having 5+ years of experience. Why? Because they will be having such experience to handle the clients and all such, and they are also trustworthy. So please contact 5+ years of experience first. Okay, and you can look at their bank account, GST number and all such things, and you can directly use this call now option to contact with them. You just communicate with them, or you can click the get best price option. If you click the get best price option, a screen will open like this, and as you can see, you can chat with them. You can enter your requirement. If you want your products in boxes or pair set, something like that, you can enter whatever requirement of yours is and then click submit, and then they will share their catalog or they will communicate with you. You can use this option. If you're not comfortable with this, then what you can do is Then what you can do, just come back to the home page and you can see post option in the bottom corner of the right side. Okay, so once you click that, you will get a direct assistance from India Mart. So just write down all your requirements over there and they will give you few vendor details and all such. One, while they are giving you the supplier details, they will give you a trustworthy persons. So you can go ahead with this option as well. Okay, are we clear about this part? Are we clear? Okay. Okay. So now let me give you a quick knowledge about bangles and then we'll move with the practical part. Okay. So these are the most commonly available sizes in the market. Okay. So the first one I'm going to explain is about the flat bangle and normal bangle. Okay. So this one is called as a flat bangle and this one is called as a normal bangle. You can call it as normal bangle, curved bangle, or round bangle, whatever it is, you can call it like that. Okay. So basically, what is the difference is, so you can, as you can see, the surface of this bangle is flat, right? Can you see? And that is the reason why we are calling it as a flat bangle. When you see this surface, it is a bit bouncy, it has some curve in it, right? So that is why we call it as a curve bangle, normal bangle, or a round bangle. Okay, so most commonly used bangles are these two. You can use any of it. Okay, so we have given you both flat and normal bangles in your kit. Okay, so that you can see the difference between both. All right, and so these are few sizes which is available in the market. Okay, so the first one is called as one cut bangle. So this is called as one cut bangle. This is two cut bangle. This is four cut bangle, six cut bangle, and 12 cut bangle. Okay, all these sizes are available in both flat and normal bangles. Okay, so this is one cut, two cut, four cut, six cut, and 12 cut. Right? And this is 40 mm bangle. This is 40 mm bangle and this is 45 mm bangle. Okay, this is 40 mm and this is 45 mm bangle. And always remember to purchase a plain bangle rather than going with a designer bangle. எப்பவுமே ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கோங்க, plain bangle purchase பண்றதை விட designer bangle purchase பண்றதை விட plain bangle தான் purchase பண்ணணும் when it comes to the slitted bangle base. Okay, it's because இதுல நீங்க பாத்தீங்க அப்படின்னாலே தெரியும். as you can see, இதோட surface, இதோட bounciness-உம் இதோட bounciness-உம் பாருங்க. It is slightly bouncier than this, right? This is slightly bouncier than this. So இதனால என்ன ஆகும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி பாத்தீங்கன்னா, it will reflect on your output. Okay, it will definitely reflect on your output. நீங்க யூசுவலா இதுல டிசைன் போடுவீங்க இல்லையா? You are going to design this bangle and design this bangle. Imagine if you're designing these both, it will definitely reflect on your outcome. It will this bangle will be even more bouncier than this, which is not recommended in making silk thread bangles. Okay, அது வந்து அதோட லுக் அவ்வளோ நல்லா இருக்காது. So that is why I do not recommend my students to go with this designer bangles. Okay, இது நான் இனிஷியல் ஸ்டேஜஸ்ல நான் பண்ண மிஸ்டேக். ஸோ அதெல்லாம் நான் சொல்றேன் உங்ககிட்ட. ஸோ ப்ளீஸ் மேக் அ நோட் ஆஃப் இட். ஈவன் நீங்க இப்போ like if you're even going to use it for practice also, I do not recommend that bangle. Okay, so now let's get into the practical part. Another size is 45 mm bangle.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, yes, please.
Small clarification. ஒரு சிலர் வந்து glass bangles யூஸ் பண்றாங்க இல்லையா?
ஆமாங்க.
பேஸ்க்கு. Is that advisable or it is better to go with the plastic bangles?
It is definitely not recommended to use plastic bangle a glass bangle as a base.
Okay.
Because anyhow அது வந்து ஏதாவது பட்டுச்சு அப்படின்னா டேமேஜ் ஆகும். So it is recommended to go with a plastic bangle than going with a glass bangle.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Welcome. Okay. So எல்லார்கிட்டயுமே exam pad or scale anything வச்சிருக்கீங்க இல்லையா? Everyone is having an exam pad or scale or anything with you, right? A calendar. Everyone? Okay. Okay, that's amazing. Okay. So please take a 2-cut bangle, normal 2-cut bangle. And please turn on your cameras. We are going to start our practicals. We are going to start our practical sessions. Please turn on your cameras. Only if you turn on your cameras, I'll be able to clarify your doubts and all such things. So please turn on your cameras. And take a 2-cut bangle. 2-cut normal bangle, not flat one. Please show it in the camera. Please show your 2-cut normal bangles in the camera. Okay, okay, amazing. Superb, Srinidhi. Anyone? Okay. Nobody is going to judge, so please turn on your cameras. And take any color of your choice, the thread. Well, பெரியது குட்டி ஒன்று இருக்கும். குட்டி ஒன்று இருக்கா? Again, நார்மலா ஒன்று இருக்கா? அது pink. It's maroon. Maroon. Okay. Okay. So you can take any silk thread color of your choice. Okay, so and we are going to use fabric glue. Okay, since we are going to work with threads, we are going to only use the fabric glue. Okay, just remember fabric layer இருக்கட்டும் இல்ல any thread எது நீங்க யூஸ் பண்றீங்க அப்படினாலும் remember to use fabric glue only. B7000 B6000 glue எல்லாமே பாத்தீங்க அப்படினா you will work with B7000 or B6000 glue on the material or glass or plastic surface like that. So please do not use B7000 or B6000 glue on your thread or any fabric. Okay, please remember that. So let me just quickly explain you about the fabric glue and B7000, B6000 glue. Okay, so these are the sizes available in the market, and also it is available in cone. If you are using frequently, then you can opt for cone because it has a very thin point, right? So you can use it if you want. But if you're not using it frequently, then I will not recommend you to go with the cone fabric glue, okay? Because it will get dry. Okay, so this is the very small pack, and these are medium pack, and this is a big one. Okay, so here as you can see, we have two different colors of fabric glue, right? You can see the two different colors of fabric glue. So do anyone know about these difference between these two glue? Does anyone know about? No?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so there is no much difference. It is very similar, but the only difference is since it is a premium glue, it will dry faster than this glue. Okay, so if this glue is taking about 48 hours to dry completely, then this glue will take only 24 hours or 12 hours to dry completely. So that is a major difference. Okay, but the bond and everything works the same. Okay, that is the only difference between these two. And coming to this, again we have B7000 and B7000 and B6000 glue over here, right? So this is the glue which we are going to use for any kundan works or any metal works or something like that. Okay, so again the same difference between these two. B6000 glue dries way more faster than B7000 glue. Okay, that is the major difference between these two. And I find that this is a dupe of this. Please do not purchase this thing. Can you see the difference? The font is different. Can you see? It is visible, right? Okay, so be aware of the spams and all such, because this is a dupe of this. Okay, so as you can see, the font and all such things, this is the dupe one, this is the original one. Please make sure to purchase the original one. And when you purchase it from the vendor, ask them to share a clear picture of anything which you purchased. And then only once when you see all such things, then you can purchase with them. Okay, so I'm like, why I'm saying it, because I haven't used this glue at all. Okay, I haven't used this glue at all, not even once completely. But what happens is, this is the amount of glue which I have in this pack. Can you see the thickness? Only this amount of glue I'm having it in this pack. Other than this, everything is filled with air. And also, it is very thick. Can I'll squeeze it and show you. Okay. Yeah. Can you see? This is very thick. We cannot work with this glue. Okay, this is very thick, and you can also see the color of the glue. It's slightly become a yellowish green in color. The normal one doesn't look like that. Okay, I'll show you. Can you see the difference between these two? The color, right? So please be aware of all such things while you purchase. Okay. So now I'll tell you how many strands you should take for the bangle. Please make note of it. Please take notes, everyone. So for one cut bangle, where is it? So for one cut bangle, 23 to 25 strands. 23 to 25 strands. For two cut bangle, 15 to 18 strands. Okay, now okay, Deepika. For two cut bangle, 15 to 18 strands. And for four cut bangle, 10 to 13 strands. 10 to 13 strands. For six cut bangle, 8 to 10 strands. For six cut, it's 8 to 10 strands. And for 12 cut bangle, it is 6 to 8 strands. And if you're going to work with 40 mm bangle, it's 25 to 30 strands. 40 mm bangle, 25 to 30 strands. And for 45 mm bangle, you can go ahead with 30 to 35 strands. Okay. So why am I very particular about the strands is that will definitely helps you to achieve the perfect finish. Okay. So if you want to achieve the perfect finish, you definitely have to follow these strand counts. Okay. But what will happen is we are going to take the strands using an exam pad or a scale or anything, right? But the length will not be sufficient to cover this one full bangle. So what do? We'll wind it 2 times. Okay. So while you take strands, 18 strands or whatever bangle you're working with, so once you take one count, what will happen is it will cover half of the bangle. Rest half you can go ahead with winding other set of strands by taking other set of strands. Okay. For 8 cut bangles, we do not have 8 cut bangles. One cut it is 23 to 25 strands. For 12 cut it is 6 to 8 strands. 40 mm bangle it is 25 to 30 strands, and 45 mm is 30 to 35 strands. So once you remove the cover, please do not throw that cover away. So just fold it like this and keep it inside your spool. Okay. By doing this, what are we trying to do is simply, if you want the same shade, you can use this shade number and check with the vendor whether it is available or not. Okay. So you can do this method. This is one method. Or what I personally recommend my students is to keep a note, 80 pages short size note for this, because I always tell my students to take few strands like this randomly, just like this, and just trim it off. Just keep this strand to your any of your note like this. Just place it like this. Place it like this and secure it with a sellotape. Okay. And then write the shade number above or below, so that what will happen is you can use it for future as well. But nowadays shade book is available in Bell and Double Bell. Both the brand has a shade book. So if you want, you can purchase it. It comes somewhere around 1,500 to 2,000, I guess. So if you want, you can purchase it. But other than the Bell, other brands are not having any shade book. I think Lotus is also having their shade book. Okay. So if you are not going to purchase the shade book, then this method will be very much helpful for you. Okay. Right. So I'm just going to simply fold it and keep it in this. Okay. So now I'm going to take strands. So I'm going to wind. So first we are going to wind two-cut bangle. Okay. So for two-cut bangle, how many strands it take? We have explained. Which brand do you suggest? I personally suggest you to go with any of the brand which is available in your area. You have to check whether it is in good quality or what. In and most of the area covers Bell Double Bell. It goes very well in any of the area, so you can go ahead with that. If it is possible to get BIP, BIP, B for ball, I for ice cream, and P for pen. BIP, Quill, Kuil, Quill. And also nowadays Lotus is also available. KIP is also available. There are many more brands. It is available in the market, but you have to analyze which brand is which brand has good quality in your area, and also it should be available all the time. See, Bell, Double Bell, and all that brand is always available in all the market. Okay, so you should check with all these things while you purchase. Okay, so just take your thread and place it on your pad like this. Just leave a half-inch gap. Just leave a half or 1 inch gap, and then place your thread like this. Can you see? Or should I go with some other color? I'll take some other color. Just a minute. So while you're storing the thread, what you can do is you can just twist it like this, and then you can secure it by creating a knot. So that what will happen is the thread will not leave its place and it will not become messy or get tangled. Okay, then you can store it like this. Okay, and I'm taking a deep bowl. You can take any of your deep bowl which is available with you. I am having this blender box, so I'm using it. It is more convenient for me to work with it. Or if you, or just take any deeper bowl and put your thread into that. By doing this, what will happen? It will not roll here and there, and it will not get tangled or any dirt. So just take your thread like this and place it on your pad like this and hold that thread using your left hand thumb finger. Okay, hold this thread using your left hand thumb finger like this. Very tightly, as much as you can. எவ்வளோ டைட்டா முடியுமோ அவ்வளோ டைட்டா ஹோல்ட் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. ஓகே, அதுக்கப்புறமா இந்த த்ரெட்டை இந்த மாதிரி கீழே எடுத்துட்டு போகிறோம். Just bring it downwards and then take it back. Okay, பண்ணிட்டீங்களா? பண்றீங்களா? Are we clear about this? So I just kept a strand and I've kept my left hand thumb finger on this thread very tightly, and I'm going to take this thread below my pad like this, and then I'm going to pull it forward. And what am I going to do? I'm not going to take my thumb finger. Okay, I'm not even going to move my thumb finger a bit. Just I'm sliding through it and I'm just keeping it like this. Okay, likewise take 15 to 18 strands. You can go ahead with 15 strands as of now. If you are a beginner, you can go ahead with 15 strands. Just take 15 to 18 strands and then we'll continue. And remember to hold the thread very tightly. The thread should not get loose in any of the areas. It should be tight. Okay, so what am I going to do? The last strand, again I'm going to slide it and I'm holding it like this. Okay, just hold it very tightly as much as you can. Remember, that is the key. Okay, and then I'm going to change my hand because I'm going to trim it off from here. You can see the first strand we kept, right? I'm going to cut straight to the first strand like this. Okay, so I'm simply going to change my hand. So change my finger like this. And then what am I going to do? I'm going to pick all the strands like this. I'm going to pick all the strands like this. And then what am I going to do? I'm just going to simply cut it over here in a straight line. Okay, before cutting it, you have to, before cutting it, what you have to do? You have to hold your thread tightly, really tight. Okay, and then you can trim it off using your cutter. Okay, so once you do that, you will get strands like this. It will be even. Okay, and then what are we going to do? We are going to simply spread this out. We are simply going to spread this out evenly like this. Just spread it evenly like this, and then again hold it on your left hand. And now you can see each and every strand separately. It should be visible, each and every strand. Okay, and then you can just apply a small amount of glue. You should not use your glue in large quantity. What will happen when you apply maximum of your glue, what will happen is the thread will definitely get damaged. I mean, the thread texture will definitely get changed when you apply glue on it. So make sure to not use much. So I'm just going to push slightly. So this is the amount of glue which I had while pushing. So I'm just going to use the same amount of glue. Can you see? I've only used this much amount of glue. And then what am I going to do? I'm going to use these two fingers and I'm going to just pull it out like this. Like this. Okay? Okay. So by doing this, you will get a very flat thread like this. And each and every strand will be visible individually. Okay? And if you have any excess, you can just trim it off if you want. Like this. Okay? Are we clear? Are we clear till now? Do you have any other queries? How to remove the thread from pad? Okay. So we had our thread like this, right? I'm not going to make it completely. So we had our thread like this. So I've taken all the thread. Okay, so I've collected all the thread, and what I've done is I hold the thread very tightly as much as I can, and then I just trim until the first strand. Okay, like this, and then you can take off your pad. Okay, anyone have doubt in anything, or are we clear about it? If yes, please put a thumbs up in the chat box, or if you have any queries, please feel free to ask right away. Okay, amazing. Okay, so now what are we going to do is everyone following? I can see only 3 of you. Turn on your cameras. Is everyone working along with me? Okay. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to apply glue on the base. Okay. So as you can see, I'm not going to apply glue completely like this. I'm not going to apply completely like this. Okay. What am I going to do? I'm going to apply glue in half of my bangle. I'm just starting in the middle and I've applied this much amount of glue. This is more than enough. Okay. Right. I'm only going to place my thread from the middle of the bangle. Only half of the bangle has the starting point of my thread. Okay, and also remember, only half of the bangle, in sense I'm telling you guys, like, even this side part should not have that glued part of the thread. When you come here, the thread should look like this. It should be visible individually like this. The glued part should end over here itself. Did you get my point? Okay. So just place your thread like this in the half of the bangle, and then using your thumb finger, just push it. So where I left my one thread. Okay. So just push it using your thumb finger. And if you have the excess thread, you can simply coat it on the thread. Okay, so this much amount of glue is more than enough. Okay, and you have to keep it dry for some time. It has to let it dry for some time. Okay, why? Because we are going to put some pressure, and then we are going to pull this thread. So while we are doing this, if it is not dried, it will come off like that. Then you have to redo it. So என்ன பண்ணணும் நம்ம half of the bangle fix பண்றோம், half of the bangle fix பண்ணிட்டு அது கொஞ்சம் dry ஆகிறதுக்கு டைம் விடுறோம். அந்த டைம் விட்டதுக்கு அப்புறமா we are going to start working. ஓகேங்களா? ஸோ எல்லாருமே பண்ணிட்டீங்களா? Has everyone done this part? Amazing. Okay. So there are two reasons why we are applying a minimal amount of glue is because one, if you apply a lot of glue, it definitely going to take a lot of time to dry that glue. Okay, so that is one of the major reason. And the second reason is, as I already told you, the texture of thread will definitely affect. Okay, so that is why we are using a minimal amount of glue. Okay, right. So now what you can do is you just have to put your left hand into the bangle like this and hold your thread using the thumb finger like this. Okay, just insert your hand into the bangle and then using your thumb finger hold this thread. You have to hold it on the side of the bangle only. You should not hold it on the back of the bangle or the front of the bangle. You should hold it only here. Okay, see, can you see? All right, so now what am I going to do? I am just tilting my bangle and I'm keeping it in 90 degrees. You just have to keep it in 90 degrees and it should be straight to you. Okay, and then what am I going to do? I'm just leaving about 1 inch and then I'm holding the thread from the right side, and also I'm putting equal pressure from both the sides of the thread. From my left hand also I'm putting some pressure, and also from the right hand I'm putting some pressure. Okay, so what am I going to do? I'm holding it like this, not too much near or not too far. You have to hold it like this, and then I'm slightly going to tilt it. It should not be in a straight line. We should slightly tilt downwards. And then what are you going to do? You're just going to scrape it to the bottom. Okay, you're just going to scrape it to the bottom. Can you see there is no thread overlapped? Oh my God. Can you see? And then now what we are going to do, we are simply going to turn around, hold the thread here, and then use your fingers to grab this thread, pull it out, again come back, just scrape it using your index finger. And you also have to concentrate on the back side of the bangle as well, because that also affects your neat finish. So please make sure to do the back side of the bangle properly. And also அது ப்ராப்பரா இல்ல அப்படின்னா, if we are not making it properly, then what will happen is when you wear the bangle, it will not be much comfortable. So please make sure to cover that part as well. Okay. So once you're done with it, again, we are doing the same thing. I'm just going to tilt it slightly downwards and I'm just scraping it. So basically what is happening over here is while we are doing the scraping method, there is a vibration which is creating over here. Because of the vibration, what is happening? The threads are getting its own place. Okay. So what is perfect finish? Can anyone say what is perfect finish? So perfect finish is nothing but the threads should not get overlapped. Each and every thread. If you're taking 15 strands or 18 strands, whatever it is, okay, whatever it should be visible individually. So as you can see here, I've taken about 15 to 18 strands and you can see all the strands individually. It is not overlapped, as well as there is no gap in between. Even if the gap comes, I'll tell you what to do. Okay, it should be like this. Then only it will look like a perfect finished thread bangle. And also, why am I stressing to get the perfect finish is why? Because while you're working with the flat surface like this, the outcome will be much more better than anything. Okay, so remember to achieve the perfect finish. Even if you're working with kundan stones or whatever it is, you have to achieve the perfect finish. Okay, my, my strands looks thin. Why does it look thin? Yes, exactly. Without overlapping and the threads are neatly aligned. Exactly. Amazing. Okay, so just complete all these. So are we clear about this method and what is basically happening over here? So basically vibration is creating. When the vibration is creating over here, uh, with the help of the vibration, the thread are being placed on its own. Okay, so that is what is basically happening. And even after spreading like that, if you still have some more overlapping threads, what you can do is I have another method where you will be tilting upwards, like say for 45 degrees, you hold it like this. And then what are you going to do? You're going to use your index finger. You're going to use your index finger like this, and then you're going to push it. You're going to push the thread using the index finger, and simultaneously you have to work. I mean, like simultaneously, while you're pushing the thread towards the surface like this. By doing this method, you will also get the perfect finish. Okay. And do not worry if you have any gaps in between. Just make sure to spread it as much as possible. While you're spreading it as much as possible, what will happen is you do not have to do anything at all. It will eventually fall in on its place and you will get that perfect finish. Okay. So when you have this kind of gap, what you can do is you just have to pull it back slightly, very gently. Okay. You just have to pull it back like this. That's all. Super simple. Okay. Are we clear? Do you have any other doubts or anything? Please feel free to ask. And wind the bangle completely. This is the basics, so that is why I'm making it very, very slow. Everyone is clear about the method and all such things. Do you have any other queries? யாருக்காவது ஏதாவது doubt இருக்குங்களா? எல்லாருக்குமே ப்ராப்பரா வருதா? Is everyone working? No. Why? What happened? Oh, doubt இல்ல சொன்னீங்களா? Okay, fine. Okay, so throughout the wrapping, do we have to hold it in 90 degrees? Like for the second method, you have to the second method பண்றீங்க இல்லையா? So second method பண்ணும்போது டெஃபினட்டா நம்ம அந்த ஃபினிஷ் கொண்டு வரதுக்கு இந்த இடங்கள்ல மட்டும் நம்ம அந்த 90 டிகிரீஸ்ல ஹோல்ட் பண்ற மாதிரி இருக்கும். இல்ல நீங்க ஃபர்ஸ்ட் மெத்தட் பண்றீங்கன்னா அகைன் the 45 டிகிரீஸ் ஐ மீன் லைக் கீழ டவுன்வர்ட்ஸ் ஃபேஸ் பண்ணி you have to simply scrape it. கம்ப்ளீட்டா த்ரூ அவுட் நீங்க அப்படி பண்ணீங்கன்னா தான் எல்லா பக்கமுமே உங்களுக்கு அந்த நீட் ஃபினிஷ் கிடைக்கும். அண்ட் நீட் ஃபினிஷ் ஏன் ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் நான் ஆல்ரெடி சொன்ன மாதிரி தான் உங்களுக்கு நீங்க குந்தன்ஸ் வச்சு நீங்க ஒர்க் பண்றீங்க அப்படின்னாலுமே லைக் சில இடங்கள்ல இஃப் இட் இஸ் பவுன்சி தென் குந்தன் ஸ்டோன்ஸ் வந்து ப்ராப்பரா பிளேஸ் ஆகாது அந்த பவுன்சினஸா இருக்கிற சர்ஃபேஸ்ல. ஸோ அப்படி நீங்க அப்படி பிளேஸ் பண்ணி நீங்க ஒரு கிளைண்ட்டுக்கு கொடுக்குறீங்க அப்படின்னா வாட் வில் ஹேப்பன் இஸ் இஃப் லைக் சே உங்களோட ப்ராடக்ட் வந்து ஒரு ப்ராப்பரா மெயின்டைன் பண்றாங்கன்னும் போது ஒரு 5 இயர்ஸ் 7 இயர்ஸ் வருது அப்படின்னா இந்த மாதிரி நீங்க ப்ராப்பரான ஃபினிஷ் இல்லாம நம்ம இந்த மாதிரி பண்ணி கொடுக்கும்போது என்ன ஆகும் அதோட லைஃப் வந்து கம்மியாகும். ஓகே, ஸோ தட் இஸ் ஆல்சோ ஒன் ஆஃப் த மேஜர் ரீசன். ஸோ ஜஸ்ட் கம்ப்ளீட் இட். So we will cover beaded bangle, jhumka bangle. Bridal bangle is super simple. So I'll just tell you how to work with it and you can make it on your own because it is as simple as that. Complete பண்ணிட்டீங்களா யாராவது? Half bangle is done. Okay, super. எல்லாருமே half bangle பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னா சொல்லுங்க. We'll continue with the next part. And just a quick tip. Like if you guys are working and பாதியிலேயே halfway through if any emergency உங்களுக்கு வெளியே போகணும் அந்த மாதிரி ஏதாவது இருந்துச்சு அப்படின்னா you cannot leave it like this and you can go ahead, right? So what you can do is some people will use any clip to hold it, but that won't work in this case. If you want the perfect finish, then it is definitely not going to work because நம்ம இந்த பேங்கிள் ஃபுல்லா கம்ப்ளீட் பண்ணும்போது என்ன பண்றோம் அது த்ரெட்டை வந்து we are holding it very tight இல்லைங்களா? ஸோ அப்படி டைட்டா ஹோல்ட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்க இடத்துல நீங்க இங்க கிளிப்பை கொண்டு வந்து மாட்டினீங்க அப்படின்னா what will happen if you place any clip, it will not hold that tightly. So eventually it will become loose. So that is why I will not recommend you guys to go with that. Instead, what you can do is just hold it like this and you can apply glue at the back and you can seal this part like this. Okay, இந்த மாதிரி நீங்க seal பண்ணி வச்சுட்டு you can go anywhere. ஈவன் நீங்க ஒரு 1 வீக் கழிச்சு வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா கூட இது அப்படியே தான் இருக்கும். இந்த நீட் ஃபினிஷோடயே தான் இருக்கும். It is definitely not going to get ruined. Okay, so you can come back and start working as it is. So this is one of the major tips. So are we done with this? half bangle complete பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னா again ஒரு 15 to 18 strands எடுத்துக்கங்க. If you complete half of the bangle, then please take the next step of 15 to 18 strands.
Should we cut off the extra threads?
Oh yeah, I'll tell you. Okay, so what are we going to do is, if it is going to end over here like this, what you have to do is, first you have to glue this part. Okay, first you have to glue this part alone, not along with the base, just the thread alone. Okay, like this. Everyone please listen. So once you secure your thread like this, and now you can cut it off. And also remember, I told you to start from the middle of the bangle, right? So while you're going to end the bangle also, you have to cut in the middle. So I'm just going to cut it from here like this. And then what am I going to do? I'm simply going to apply some glue to the bottom of this thread like this. And then I'm simply going to secure it like this. Did you get that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Are we done with the half bangle? Everyone, எல்லாருமே முடிச்சிட்டீங்களா half bangle? Okay. So listen. Okay. So again, இங்க நம்ம கட் பண்ணி glue பண்ணிருந்தோம் இல்லைங்களா? So here is where we end the part, right? So again, we are going to use the same method. We are going to start placing our second batch of thread from this half. Okay. I'm going to apply some glue on this half, and then I'm going to attach it again in the rest half. Okay, like this. Okay, and then you can start winding as usual. So why are we doing this method? Can anyone explain about it? Why are we doing this? Can anyone explain about it? Completed full bangle, amazing. Coming up. Oh, just a minute. Just a minute. Complete and தெரியல. Who is it? Divya இல்லைங்களா? Divya or Deepika? Deepika, okay. Okay. Nice. A flat bangle பண்ணிருக்கீங்களா?
ஆமா.
Okay. I told love.
இந்த கடைகளை தேடிட்டு இருந்தேன், இது கிடைச்சிருச்சுன்னு இது பண்ணிட்டேன்.
Okay, okay. என்கிட்ட வாங்கல. Okay, fine, no problem. Okay, amazing. Super, super nice. நல்லா பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. Okay.
எனக்கு ஒரு டவுட்.
சொல்லுங்க.
இது ஏன் ஹாஃப் பேங்கிள்க்கு வரவே இல்லை? எனக்கு இவ்வளவுதான் வந்திருக்கு. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் அந்த 15 ஸ்டாண்ட்ஸ் எடுத்தப்போ
ஓகே, நீங்க எதுல எடுத்தீங்க?
எக்ஸாம் பேட்ல.
எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஓகே. லென்த் வந்து கொஞ்சம் டிஃபர் ஆகிறதுக்கு வாய்ப்பு இருக்குங்க. ஏன்னா நம்ம டிஃப்ரெண்ட் சில பேர் வந்து கேலண்டர்ல எடுப்பாங்க, சில பேர் ஸ்கேல்ல எடுப்பாங்க. ஸோ அதனால லென்த்
ஓகே.
மாறுறதுக்கு வாய்ப்பு இருக்கு. ஸோ அப்படி இருக்கிறதுனால இட் இஸ் ஃபைன். உங்களுக்கு பாதி வரலனா கூட இட் இஸ் கம்ப்ளீட்லி ஃபைன். நீங்க வந்து திருப்பியும் இன்னொரு டைம் ஸ்டாண்ட் எடுத்து நீங்க வைண்ட் பண்ண ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுங்க. It depends on the length completely. ஓகேங்களா? I'll tell you like even one kid bangle கூட you can finish it in one go. I'll teach you how. And always remember strandsல வந்து you have to stick with the same strands if you want to get the perfect finish. ஓகேங்களா? ஸோ இப்போ எனக்கு வந்து இது வந்து ஒன் கோல் எனக்கு கம்ப்ளீட் ஆகல, எனக்கு இது 2 டைம்ஸ் பண்ண வேண்டியதா இருக்கு அப்படின்னா கூடயுமே you have to stick with the same strand count. அப்படி இல்ல அப்படின்னா உங்களுக்கு அந்த பெர்ஃபெக்ட் ஃபினிஷ் கிடைக்கிறது கண்டிப்பா கஷ்டமா இருக்கும். வை ஐம் சேயிங் திஸ் பிகாஸ் இது எல்லாமே எனக்கு சொல்லிக் கொடுக்கறதுக்கு யாரும் இல்ல. நான் என்ன எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் பண்ணனோ அது எல்லாமே நான் சொல்லிக் கொடுத்துட்டு இருக்கேன். ஸோ நான் பேசிக்கா என்ன எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் பண்ணேன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி பாத்தீங்கன்னா, இந்த அளவு நீங்க ஸ்ட்ராண்ட் கவுண்ட் எடுத்தீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு த்ரெட் வந்து ஹேண்டில் பண்றதுக்கு ஈஸியா இருக்கும். It will be much more easier for you to handle the thread if you stick with the same strands as I've given. So that is a major reason for you to get, to achieve that perfect finish. Okay. So alternatively, what you can do is you can increase the length of strand, but you should not increase the count of the strand. Okay. Has anyone completed? It is already 5. Okay. எல்லாமே கம்ப்ளீட் பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னா ப்ளீஸ் chat பாக்ஸ்ல completed அப்படின்னு சொல்லி போடுங்க. Completed, C or thumbs up, whatever it is. Once you finish the bangle, please please put it in the chat box is completed. Okay, superb. And also please make it fast because we do not have much time. I'll give you 5 more minutes. Please complete it. So complete பண்ணவங்க you just take you can go ahead with 13 strands. So just 10 to 13 strands எடுத்துக்குங்க. For those who completed, just take 10 to 13 strands. So உங்களுக்கு homework என்ன இருக்கும்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா okay, amazing. So உங்களுக்கு homework என்ன இருக்கும்னு சொல்லி பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இன்னைக்கு வந்து நீங்க again ஒரு 2 bangles complete பண்ணணும். ஒரு 1 cut bangle and ஒரு 2 cut bangle இன்னைக்கு நீங்க complete பண்ணணும் after the session. ஓகேங்களா? So that is your homework for the day. You have to complete one 1 cut bangle and one 2 cut bangle. If it is possible to go with 2 2 cut bangle, it is completely fine. You can wind 2 2 cut bangle as well. But minimum you have to complete one 1 cut bangle and one 2 cut bangle, and you have to post it in the group before 12 p.m. tomorrow. Okay. And complete பண்ணவங்க normal bangles, flat normal bangles. Homework வந்து one cut bangle and one 2 cut bangle you have to wind completely. You can use 2 different colors. 1 cut bangle you can use one color, 2 cut bangle you can use one color. Normal bangle, not flat, normal bangle. I've kept the flat bangles for 3D pattern. So basically I will be using this thing to take my strands because this is the thing which I have it in length. So I will be using this one. Since to cover the method in camera, I've used the MDF board. But you can use any of the pad or scale which is available with you to take strands. So let me take. So if you complete the bangle, what you can do is just take 13 strands once and then again take 5 strands. Someone has asked. So someone has asked to repeat the strand method. So you can follow this. So first on the இந்த மாதிரி நம்ம hold பண்ணிக்கிறோம் and you have to leave 1 or 2 inch gap over here. You cannot place it in the middle or in the corner. Okay, so இந்த மாதிரி place பண்ணிட்டு கீழே இந்த மாதிரி எடுத்துட்டு போங்க. Again இந்த மாதிரி கொண்டு வந்து just slide பண்ணி உள்ள எடுத்துட்டு போய்க்கோங்க. இந்த ஃபிங்கரை நீங்க மூவ் பண்ண வேண்டாம். Okay, you should not move your thumb finger. You just slide it and then keep it like this. And then again okay. So I've taken 5 strands. And then what am I going to do? I'm simply going to grab all these thread with me and then I'm going to cut it out. And நீங்க கட் பண்ணும்போது எப்பவுமே ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கோங்க, you have to cut it straight over here. in the first strand எங்க start பண்ணிருக்கீங்களோ அந்த இடத்துல exact cut பண்ணணும். So அப்படி cut பண்ணும்போது you'll get a even finish. So once you're done with it, that got struck, what you can do is you can use any needle safety pin or something and then use it to release the gas and then apply some glue and I've secured it like this. Okay. So 5 strands எடுத்திருக்கேன் ஓகேங்களா. For this I've taken 5 strands. We are going to start beaded bangle. Okay. So for that I've taken 5 strands. ஓகேங்களா 5 strands எடுத்துக்கங்க. So ஒரு சைடுல வந்து it should be flat and on the other end, okay, so on the other end you have to needle this part like this. You just have to twist it like this. Okay, you just have to twist it like this. ஓகேங்களா. ஸோ ஒரு சைடு நீடில் மாதிரியும் இன்னொரு சைடு வந்து இந்த மாதிரி ஃப்ளாட்டாகவும் இருக்கணும். ஓகே. ஸோ இது வந்து நம்ம பேங்கிளில் பிளேஸ் பண்ண போகிறோம் அண்ட் இதுக்குள்ளே தான் நம்ம வந்து பீட்ஸ் கொடுத்துட்டு and then we are going to work with it. Okay. So I've taken this strand. I've taken this bangle so that உங்களுக்கு இன்னும் அந்த கலர் டிஃப்ரென்ஸ் நல்லா தெரியும் அப்படின்றதுக்காக, but you should use the same color. ஓகேங்களா. So now what am I going to do? Again, I'm going to place the thread on the middle of the bangle. Okay. So just simply glue apply பண்ணிட்டு and like I always like to purchase a glue like this because you know like இந்த மாதிரி purchase பண்ணேன் அப்படின்னா what will happen is we'll keep the glue like this. So what will happen? The glue flows like this and startingல பெருசா தெரியாது. When you finish the half, what will happen is you have to wait for some time for the glue to flow, right? Because இதோட point இங்க இருக்கு. So I personally recommend you guys to go with these kind of packs, which is a way more easier and convenient for you to work with. இதோட open வந்து எங்க இருக்குன்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா இங்க இருக்கும். So you can keep it like this. So on the glue flow வந்து இந்த மாதிரி இருக்கும். So you can work very much easy. All right. So what am I going to do? I'm just going to place it in the half of the bangle and then I'm going to leave it for some time to dry. And then what am I going to do? From the other end, I'm going to use the small beads. This is 2 mm beads. ஓகேங்களா. உங்ககிட்ட 2 mm beads இருக்கும். Right? You can either use 2 mm or 3 mm. ஓகேங்களா. So இப்போ நான் உங்களுக்கு எல்லாமே கொடுத்திருக்கிறது வந்து it's 2 mm. We can also go ahead with 3 mm. But you should not use 5 mm or 8 mm because if you are going with that, what will happen is you are going to use two-cut bangle. Two-cut bangle use பண்ணும்போது obviously நமக்கு என்ன ஆகும்? Bangle full-ஆ 2 beads-லயே cover ஆயிடும். Which is something you don't need. So அதனால I'm going to use 2 mm beads. And then what am I going to do? I'm going to simply add the beads through this needle part of the thread. So first 2 beads போடுறேன் and then I'm going to add 1 more bead. Okay. So நீங்க தனித்தனியா சிங்கிளா அந்த மாதிரியும் நீங்க பண்ணலாம். You have 3. Yes, you can use 3 mm bead. Okay. So இந்த மாதிரி வைக்கிறீங்க. வைக்கும்போது what you can do is you can apply a small amount of glue, not much, a small amount of glue. Okay. And then you can place your beads. Okay. And then what are you going to do?
இப்போ எனக்கு ஒரு டவுட்.
சொல்லுங்க.
எக்ஸ்கியூஸ் மீ.
சொல்லுங்க.
இப்போ அந்த த்ரெட் வந்து கீழே ஒட்டி இருக்கும் இல்லையா, அந்த சைடு வந்து ஃபிளாட்டா இருக்கணும், கரெக்டா?
ஆமாங்க. இதோட ஃபிளாட்டா தான் இருக்கணும். இன்னொரு எண்ட் வந்து நீடில் மாதிரி இருக்கணும்.
ஓகே ஓகே காட். அதுவுமே நான் இப்ப கம் வச்சு ஒட்டி இருக்கோமா இல்ல ஜஸ்ட் ட்விஸ்ட் பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கோமா இந்த நீடில் சைடுல?
அது வந்து நம்ம ட்விஸ்ட் பண்ணி அதாவது க்ளூ வச்சுட்டு அதுக்கப்புறமா ட்விஸ்ட் பண்ணிருக்கோம். அப்பதான் அது இந்த மாதிரி இருக்கு.
ஓகே.
Alright. So now again twist it back, bring it to the front, again add the next set. You can make your own patterns. I'll just tell you 2 to 3 patterns right now. I'll go with 2:3 ratio. Okay. So I've added 2. Excuse me. So let me add 2 beads now. இந்த மாதிரி தனித்தனியா போடணும் அப்படின்னு இல்ல. You can add all the beads in one go and also you can work like that. But I feel this is a way more convenient than that because இங்க நான் ஸ்பேஸ் விட்டு ஒர்க் பண்ணும்போது சில beads எல்லாமே வந்து இங்க எனக்கு flow ஆயிடும். So அதனால I use this method. Glue apply பண்ணணும்ன்றது it's not mandatory, but I recommend you to go apply some glue because after some time, after some years, what will like ரொம்ப மினிமலா எதுவும் ஆகாது. But like after years, what will happen is the thread will eventually become loose. Okay. So அப்ப வந்து இந்த இதெல்லாமே கொஞ்சம் அப்படி இப்படி மூவ் ஆயிட்டு இருக்கும். So that is the reason I'm telling you guys to apply some glue on the base. Okay. And then I'm going to again wind it like this. Take it back. See color difference தெரியுது இல்லைங்களா? So that is why I have told you to use the same color. I'm just using it for your demonstration purpose. Okay. Again, I'm going to add 3 beads. You can just apply glue. I'm not applying glue anymore. Okay. Again, I'm going with 2. So you can make it like this. This is one pattern. You can complete the bangle with the same design. Okay. So I'll tell you 2 more designs. Okay. I'll apply glue over here because I'm going to finish it off here. So I'm simply going to apply some glue. And then, okay. So once you're done, as usual, you have to apply some glue over here. Okay. So you have to apply some glue and then you can trim off the excess. Okay. Now I'm just going to continue as it is. So now it is not mandatory to complete the bangle. You just have to understand the pattern, how it works and all that. You can make it later. Okay. You can remove all these things and make it later if you want. Okay. So now I'm going to make the second pattern. Again, I'm going ahead with 3 and 2. So first I'll add 2, then 3, then again I'm going with 2. Okay. So what will happen is you will be able to create a flower-like pattern by doing this. Once you're going to add all the beads in one go, this is how you should work. 3, and now I'm going to go with 2. Okay. So you will have this pattern. Is it visible? If it is not visible or if it gets blurred, please let me know because I'm not checking it often. Okay. So this is the other pattern. And now I'm just going to show you another pattern. Okay. So now what am I going to do? Again, I'm going with 2, 3, and 1. Okay. Sorry. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. So I'm going to add 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Are we clear with this method or do you have any queries? Is everything going smoothly from your end? Or do you guys face any difficulties? If you do so, please feel free to ask right away. So I'm going to add 2, just apply some glue and then fix it. Very clear. Okay, thank you. And then I'm going to add 1. Okay. So now I'm just going to secure it and then trim off the excess. And also you have to trim it on the middle of the bangle. Okay. And then I'm just securing it like this. So this is how you can make your beaded bangle. I've just shown you. See, I haven't glued this part, right? So that is why it is moving like this. Okay. So I've just shown you 3 patterns. So are we clear with this? Have you guys tried it? Just show me the camera. Who's it? Divya Shetty. Okay, just a minute. Let me just keep you in the spotlight just a minute so that I can. Oh, amazing, superb, nice. You have done a very good job. Okay.
After doing this, the threads look like it's coming up, right? Like sidewise.
Yeah, it will look like that only.
Okay.
That is not an issue.
Okay.
So shall we move to the next one? So this is the beaded bangle, and shall we move to the jhumka bangle?
Ma'am, can you show the bangle please again? Can you show the beads?
You're asking about the beads alone or with the bangle?
No, I'm looking for the how much bead you have put. The 322, correct?
Yeah. So this one is 2, 3, 2. For this one, I've used 3, 2, 1. And for this one, 3, 2, 3, 2.
How much we have to do bangles then?
It is completely up to you because this is one pattern, this is one pattern, this is one pattern. So it depends on your design.
Can you share the screenshot of this bangle so that we can make it up?
Yeah, I'll share you in the group.
Okay, no problem, ma'am. Also, you are going to share the notes also, which you are showing earlier.
The PDF, right?
Yes.
Yes, I will be sharing it after the session.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah.
How much stance you have taken, ma'am, for the first round? It is 15, right?
For this one, the base.
Yes, base.
You can go ahead with 15 to 18 strands. Since it is a two-cut bangle, you can go ahead with 15 to 18.
And for bead,
For this, we have taken 5 strands.
okay, 5 and 15. Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Can we take another bangle to start now, or we should do in the same?
We can do it in the same thing.
Okay.
Okay, because it will definitely get time, right? So we can continue with this.
Okay.
So just take 13 strands because we are going to start with the jhumka. So please take 13 strands. Again, for this also, only for bangles, you will be not securing both the ends. But for the jhumka and plastic beads or whatsoever we are working with, you are going to apply glue on both the ends. Okay, and the one end will be flat and the other will look like a needle. Okay, you just have to apply some glue on the other end and we are simply going to twist it like this to get that needle. Right? Okay. Let me just quickly tell you about the jhumka. So Jhumkas are available in various sizes and it is also available in various shapes. Let me quickly show you that as well. So these are the other few shapes which is available in the market. Okay, but we will not be using it much. Most of us will use the Jhumka only. Okay, so that is why I'm concentrating on Jhumkas. So I've given you the small one. For just take a small Jhumka for making the Jhumka bangle. The big one is for the full set. So please take the small one. And it is available, you can have it like this, large, medium and small. Okay, so I've given you medium and small size. Most of us will not go ahead with the big one. So I've given you the small and the medium one. For the Jhumka bangle, I've given you the small one and medium is given for you to make an earring. Okay. So we'll take the small one and take a craft knife. This is a craft knife. I've given you the craft knife, right? Just take the craft knife. And what are we going to do? We are simply going to trim the excess. In some Jhumkas, there will be some excess. So what are we going to do? We are going to simply take off the excess like this. If you have any excess, you just have to take it like this using a craft knife. Okay. Why it is mandatory to take the excess? Because that is how we can achieve the smooth finish. Okay, if you are not taking the excess, then you have to work along with the excess and the thread will go above all these things so that you will not get that neat finish. So that is why we are going to trim off all the excess before start working. Okay. So once you're done with it,
மேம்
சொல்லுங்க.
இந்த உள்ள இருக்கிற எக்ஸஸையுமே ரிமூவ் பண்ணணுமா?
ஆமாங்க, உள்ள எக்ஸஸ் இருந்துச்சுன்னா அதையும் ரிமூவ் பண்ணுங்க. பட் ரிமூவ் இட் வெரி கேர்ஃபுல்லி. கை ரொம்ப பார்த்து ஹேண்டில் பண்ணுங்க. பிகாஸ் கிராஃப்ட் நைஃப் ரொம்ப ஷார்ப்பா இருக்கும். கையில இப்படி வச்சுக்காம கீழே வச்சுட்டு அதுக்கப்புறமா ஸ்ப்ரே பண்ணிடுங்க. And if it is not possible, just leave it as it is. எடுக்க முடியல அப்படின்னா விட்டுருங்க. So now what am I going? So I did not purchase a craft knife. Could you please send me a link? You can purchase it through Amazon. If you want, I'll check and share you the link. But I haven't purchased it in Amazon, so I'm not exactly sure about the link and all that. Okay. So now what am I going to do? I'm going to apply some glue to the bottom of the Jhumka. Yeah. So I have excess glue, so I'm just using a craft knife to take out all my excess glue as much as I can. Okay. So once I'm done with it, what am I going to do? I'm going to There is two method to make a jhumka. Okay, so I'll teach you what. You can attach it from the bottom like this. Okay,
Have you taken a small size of a jhumka or a medium size?
small size.
You have given two sizes, right? One is small and one is medium.
Yes, medium is given for you to make jhumkas for
Okay.
earring, and the small one is given for you to make this jhumka bangles.
Okay, but in the camera it's showing a little big size.
No, it is a smaller one.
Okay, okay.
In case உங்களுக்கு இதுல உள்ள அட்டாச் பண்றது கஷ்டமா இருந்துச்சுன்னா you can use a craft knife and you can just push it on the base and you can use the excess glue to coat the thread. Ma. Okay, you have to keep I mean, like, you have to let it dry for some time. What can be done before that? Let it sit for some time to dry. Okay, because everyone will have this kind of glue, right? It is still liquid, it is not dried, so just leave it some time, let it sit dry. Okay, let it dry for some time. We'll quickly move to the crisscross bangle until this gets dry. Okay, so for crisscross bangle I'm going to use two different colors. I'll use these two colors itself. You can take any of the two colors as you wish. And also I'm going to make it again in the two-cut bangle. So for two-cut bangle, how many strand count do we say? How many strand count for two-cut bangle?
15 to
18.
To 28. Sorry, 15 to 18.
Okay, that's amazing. Okay.
Two
So,
different colors we should take.
sorry?
Two different colors, right?
Yes, you have to take two different colors. 15 to 18 strands from this color and again 15 to 18 strands from another color.
Okay.
Is everyone practicing along with me? Do you guys face any issue? Please let me know so that we can. Oh, am I audible? Okay. So I've taken 18 strands from one thread. And please make sure to share your work on the WhatsApp group. Whatever you've done today, you should share it in the WhatsApp group so that if any corrections, I can let you know. So I've told you guys to keep a wet cloth with you, right? Is anyone having wet cloth with you?
Yes.
Okay. So why are we having wet cloth? Does anyone know about it? Why are we having it with us?
Because we are touching glue frequently, so
Yes,
it is
exactly. So while you're working with glue, once you touch the glue, you should always wipe it out using a wet cloth and then start working with your bangle. Because what will happen is as you can see, can you see small minute particles of the glue on my hand? Can you see this? It is very minute. So while we are working with the glue hand, what will happen is it will stick on in the threads, right? So that will definitely not give you a great finish on your bangles. And it is not possible to take it off as well. So that is why we are using a wet cloth to remove the excess glue. Okay. Has everyone taken this strands? Shall we start? This might be a bit complicated, but once you master the winding, then it will be much more easier to work on the crisscross bangles. Just give me a minute. So again, what are we going to do is so what am I going to do? I'm going to apply glue on the back of the bangle completely like this. Okay. I'm going to apply glue on the bangle completely. Why? Because we are going to use two color of thread, right? So that is why I've applied the glue completely. And now what am I going to do? I'm going to attach one color on my left hand, right hand side, and I'm going to attach my another color thread on the other side, and it should be half and half like this. Okay. It should be half and half like this. If you get the excess glue, what should you do? You can just dab it on your thread like this and just wipe off your excess thread. Okay? Right? Is everyone working with me? So again, what you have to do is the first thread. Okay, you can take any of the color as you wish. I'm going to go with the right side color, which is a golden color. So what am I going to do? I'm going to wind it like we do it for the basic winding. So what am I going to do? I'm going to take this golden thread above this red color thread. Sorry, below this, I'm so sorry, below red color thread, below the second color thread, basically. Did you get that? And then what are we going to do? I'm going to take it from the other side. And now what am I going to do? I'm holding see, I'm holding this thread very tightly. Okay, and then what am I going to do? I'm going to take my second color thread, and the first color should be in the straight line. Okay, it should be straight. It should not be slanting or whatsoever. It should be straight. Okay, and your second color, you should take it like this. It should cross your first color thread and bring it downwards. And then take it back. Okay. Again, take your right side thread, which is the first thread, and take it like this. It should be crisscross. That is why we name it as crisscross bangle. People will call it as zigzag bangle also. Okay, so we are going to keep it like this and take it out. Again, take the second color thread. You should cover this yellow part from the side as well. You should not leave it like this. You should not leave it like this. Okay, you should cover the yellow thread using the second thread. Okay. So sideல வந்து நீங்க என்ன கலர் வச்சிருக்கீங்கன்னு தெரியக்கூடாது. I mean like இங்க வந்து ஒரு கலர் வைக்கிறீங்க, இங்க ஒரு கலர் வைக்கிறீங்க. ஸோ 2 சைட்லயுமே நீங்க என்னென்ன கலர் வச்சிருக்கீங்களோ அந்த கலர் மட்டும்தான் உங்களுக்கு விசிபிளா இருக்கணும். அதை தாண்டி வேற வேற கலர்ஸ் வந்து 2 சைட்லயுமே தெரியக்கூடாது. ஒன்லி இந்த மிடில் பார்ட்ல மட்டும்தான் நீங்க வந்து வைண்ட் பண்ண மாதிரி தெரியணும். 2 கலரும் வச்சு. ஓகே. Again, it's basically like putting braids. Like this. See, கீழ வந்து if the second color visible, it is completely fine. Just make sure to cover the second color from the top. Okay. Anyhow, for the next winding, it will be eventually get covered. Okay. So I'm going to take it through like this. Only in the first ஸ்ட்ராண்ட் மட்டும்தான் நம்ம வந்து ஸ்ட்ரெயிட்டா கொண்டு வருவோம். அதர் than that everything will come slightly slanted. Okay. And again take it below. And then start your next color. Okay. Are we clear with this? Everyone is doing along with me? Is anyone facing any issue? Is everybody clear with this technique?
We have to glue the threads opposite sides or along with I'm a bit confused.
No, in between there is no need to apply any glue.
No,
Just
in the first.
yeah, for the first
Mm.
you're applying glue all over the bangle. Not
Okay.
half of the bangle. You are going to apply the glue all over the bangle, and then you're going to apply half thread from one end, half thread from other end. Can you see this?
Okay.
And then you start winding.
Okay.
Right. யாருக்காவது ஏதாவது இஷ்யூ இருக்குங்களா? எல்லாருமே பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கீங்களா? ஏதாவது இஷ்யூ இருக்குன்னா இப்பவே சொன்னீங்க அப்படின்னா தான் கையோட நம்ம அதை வந்து கிளியர் பண்ண முடியும்.
இன்னொரு தடவை அதை பண்ணி காமிக்கிறீங்களா எப்படி பண்ணணும்?
ஓகே. ஸோ ரைட் சைடில் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கலர் வச்சிருக்கீங்க இல்லையா? ஸோ ஸ்டார்டிங்ல சொல்றேன். ஸோ ஸ்டார்டிங்ல வந்து ரைட் சைடில் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கலர் வச்சிருப்பீங்க. ஸோ அதை வந்து இந்த மாதிரி ஸ்ட்ரெயிட்டா எடுத்துட்டு வரணும். இந்த மாதிரி ஸ்லாண்டிங்கா இல்லை. ஸ்லாண்டிங்கா வரது எல்லாமே செகண்ட் வைண்டிங் பண்ணுவீங்க இல்லையா? அதுல இருந்து தான் உங்களுக்கு ஸ்லாண்டிங்கா வரும். ஓகேங்களா? ஸோ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம் வைண்ட் பண்ணும்போது அதை வந்து ஸ்ட்ரெயிட்டா கொண்டு வரணும். ஸோ ஸ்ட்ரெயிட்டா கொண்டு வந்து இந்த செகண்ட் கலருக்கு கீழே எடுத்துட்டு போகணும். மேலையில கீழே எடுத்துட்டு போகணும். எடுத்துட்டு வந்து இந்த மாதிரி சுத்தி கொண்டு வந்துக்கோங்க. யூஸ்வலா வைண்ட் பண்ற மாதிரி. அண்ட் தென் இந்த சைடு நல்லா டைட்டா ஹோல்ட் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. உங்களோட கை கிரிப்பும் நீங்க எவ்வளவு டைட்டா ஹோல்ட் பண்ணியிருக்கீங்க அப்படின்றத பொறுத்தும் தான் இது வந்து அந்த ஃபினிஷ் எல்லாமே உங்களுக்கு நல்லா கிடைக்கும். இட் ரெக்வயர்ஸ் ப்ராக்டிஸ் பட் இட் இஸ் பாசிபிள் டு மேக் இட். ஓகேங்களா? ஸோ அகேன் செகண்ட் கலர் எடுக்கிறேன். செகண்ட் கலரை இந்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கலருக்கு மேல கொண்டு வரேன். மேல கொஞ்சம் ஸ்லாண்டிங்கா எடுத்துட்டு வரேன். ஓகே, மேல அண்ட் கொஞ்சம் ஸ்லாண்டிங்கா எடுத்துட்டு வரேன். எடுத்துட்டு வந்து அகேன் இதை வந்து பின்னாடி எடுத்துட்டு போய்க்கிறேன்.
இந்த 2 இது இருக்கு இல்லையா? சோ செகண்ட் த்ரெட் லைக் கலரை வந்துட்டு பிலோல வச்சு இது பண்றப்போ என்ன ஆகுதுன்னா அது ஆக்சுவலி வெந்துருது.
வந்துருதுன்னா புரியலங்க. அது ட்ரை ஆகாம இருக்கா?
ட்ரை ஆனதுக்கு அப்புறம் எடுத்தாலும் அது இப்ப வெளில வந்துருது. ஃபோர்ஸ் குடுக்கறதுனாலயா இல்ல?
ஓகே,
பிகாஸ் நான் செகண்ட் டைம் ட்ரை பண்றேன். செகண்ட் டைம் அது நடக்குது.
ஓகே. ஸோ அது வந்து உங்களுக்கு அது க்ளூ ப்ராப்பரா ட்ரை ஆகாம இருந்திருக்கும். பிகாஸ் அது ஓரளவுக்கு தான் நம்மளால ட்ரை பண்ண முடியும். கம்ப்ளீட்டா கியூர் ஆகுறதுக்கு அது கண்டிப்பா டைம் எடுக்கும். ஸோ முடிஞ்ச அளவுக்கு அதை நம்ம ட்ரை ஆக விட்டுருங்க. ஜஸ்ட் ஒரு 1 மினிட் அதை அப்படியே விட்டுருங்க. அதுக்குள்ள ஓரளவு ட்ரை ஆயிடும். ட்ரை ஆனதுக்கு அப்புறமா நம்ம டெஃபினட்டா ஃபோர்ஸ் கொடுத்து தான் இழுப்போம். ஸோ என்ன பண்ணுங்க, நீங்க இங்க 2 சைட்லயுமே நான் சொன்னேன் இல்லைங்களா? இந்த 2 சைட்லயுமே நல்லா டைட்டா ஹோல்ட் பண்ணிட்டு அதுக்கப்புறமா ப்ரெஷர் கொடுத்துடுங்க. ஸோ இப்போ நான் வந்து இந்த ஸ்ட்ராண்ட் எடுக்க போறேன். ஸோ இங்க நான் எடுக்கிறேன்னா பின்னாடி ப்ரெஷர் கொடுக்குறேன். ஓகேங்களா? நம்ம ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வைண்ட் பண்ணும்போது பின்னாடி ப்ரெஷர் கொடுக்கணும். அதுக்கப்புறமா சைட்ல ப்ரெஷர் கொடுக்கணும். ஸோ பின்னாடி நீங்க இந்த இடத்துல நீங்க பிளேஸ் பண்ணிருப்பீங்க இல்லையா? ஸோ இந்த பிளேஸ் பண்ண இடத்துல உங்களோட ஃபிங்கர் வச்சு நல்லா டைட்டா ஹோல்ட் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. அதுக்கப்புறமா இந்த மாதிரி வைண்ட் பண்ணுங்க. ஸோ அப்படி பண்ணும்போது இங்க நீங்க ப்ரெஷர் குடுக்கறதுனால, இந்த இடத்துல நீங்க அகைன் ப்ரெஷர் குடுத்து இழுத்தாலுமே என்ன ஆகும்? உங்களுக்கு அது கலண்டு வராது. சேம் நீங்க வைண்ட் பண்ணி கம்ப்ளீட் பண்ணும்போது, இப்ப நீங்க இத கட் பண்ணி எடுக்கணும் அப்படின்னும் போது என்ன பண்ணுவீங்க? ஃபர்ஸ்ட் க்ளூ பண்ணிக்கணும். First you have to glue the thread before you cut it down. Okay, so I'm just gluing the thread first before cutting it out. So once I glue this part, and then I'm going to trim the excess. Can you see I've trimmed the excess like this? And again, what am I going to do? Just give some pressure. It should not fall apart. So just give some pressure and hold it very tightly, right? And then cut the other color. And now what am I going to do? I'm just going to apply some glue over here. And then what am I going to do? I'm simply going to glue this out like this, right? From both the sides, I have glued it. I have sealed from both the sides. Okay.
Can you able to show again the method, starting method? It's a bit
Starting.
confusing.
Okay.
The thread taking.
Yeah, I'll do it. So first, we are going to apply glue like this completely on the bangle. And then what are we going to do? We are going to add our thread like this. The first half, I'm going to attach it on the first half. And then on the second half, I'm going to attach the second color like this. Okay. And then let it sit dry for some time and then you start working, or else it might be difficult to work with. So just leave it give some time to dry. So once it dries, what you have to do, you have to hold it like this on the back, okay? Or else it'll fall apart. So just hold it tightly, and then what you should do, take your first strand, leave the second strand like this, take your first strand and take it below the second strand. Okay, take it below the second strand and then hold it like this very tightly, and then you take the second color thread and you should keep it slanting. Okay, it should be slanting. It should not be straight. Only the first winding should be straight. The rest of the threads will be in the zigzag form. Okay, so I'm taking it slide like this, and I'm taking it below the first color and I'm taking it away. Again, I'm going to take the first color and I'm going to place it above the second color and I'm going to take it away. Okay, again, I'm going to take my second color and what am I going to do? I'm going to cover this part. The yellow part should not be visible. You have to cover this yellow part from the top. Even if it is visible in the bottom, it is completely fine. Anyhow, while we wind for the next round, it will eventually get covered. So just make sure to cover from the top and take it to the bottom of the next strand. And again, wind it like this. Are we clear or do you have any other doubt? Is everyone clear with this thing? So I'm going to trim it off and then I'm going to show you how to attach the next batch so that you can work accordingly, right? So let me teach you that as well. So I'm just trimming off the excess and again gluing that part. This second color also I'm trimming off the excess and then I'm going to apply some glue and secure that part as well. And now what am I going to do? I'm going to add the next batch. So how am I going to add the next batch? Just see where we have end. So we have end with the second color, right? So now what are we going to do? We are going to start with the first color. Right? So second color வரைக்கும் இங்க முடிச்சிருக்கோம். So next நம்ம ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணும்போது என்ன பண்ண போறோம்? First colorல இருந்து நம்ம ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுவோம். இல்லைங்களா? அப்படித்தானே work ஆகும். So what are we going to do? இப்போ first frontல இந்த மாதிரி வச்சு பார்த்துட்டு அதுக்கப்புறமா பேக்ல இந்த மாதிரி ஃபிக்ஸ் பண்ணுங்க. Okay, like this. And again, first வந்து take your glue, apply some glue. Okay, so I've applied some glue over here. And then what am I going to do?
Dear, taking a zigzag thing really confusing for me.
Oh, okay, so what happened right now?
See, I have taken like a striped one, the yellow one, purple. Okay.
Just give me a minute. It is not much visible for me. Mm. Mm. Listen. Mm. Was it the brush different? Oh, it is not possible for me. Um, it is not visible for me. Yeah, please tell me.
Yeah, see, this is yellow and purple. So now I'm confused about how to take the zigzag thing. The straight line I have done.
So you have taken taken two straight lines in both the colors.
Yeah.
No, that should not happen. Only one, just assume this is your first color. So
Okay.
just take this color alone straightly.
Okay.
The second color should come in zigzag wise. It should be slanting.
Okay, let me try.
Yeah. Is every other people clear about it? வேற யாருக்காவது டவுட் இருக்குங்களா? எல்லாருமே கிளியரா வருதா?
எனக்கும் வரல.
என்ன இஷ்யூ இருக்கு?
இப்படியே நிக்குது.
ஐயோ.
இதுக்கப்புறம் அது லெஃப்ட் சைட்ல போகணுமா ரைட்ல போகணுமா எப்படி
ஒரு
எடுக்கணும்னு தெரியல.
நிமிஷங்க. உங்க பேரு?
லக்ஷ்யா.
லக்ஷ்யா. ஒரே நிமிஷம். உம். Okay. So எது first color, எது second color?
கிரீன் ஃபர்ஸ்ட், பர்பிள் செகண்ட்.
Okay.
சோ இது இப்படி கொண்டு வந்துட்டேன். அதுக்கப்புறம் வந்து இது எந்த பக்கம் எடுத்துட்டு போகணும்?
செகண்ட் கலரை நீங்க கிரீன் கலருக்கு கீழே எடுத்துட்டு வந்திருக்கீங்களா?
ஒரே ஒரு நிமிஷம் கேட்கல. ஹலோ.
எஸ், கேக்குதுங்களா? ஹலோ.
கேக்குது.
ஸோ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கலர் தானே கிரீன் உங்களோடது?
ஆமா.
ஓகே. ஸோ அந்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கலரை நீங்க ஸ்ட்ரைட்டா எடுத்துட்டு வந்தீங்களா? ஓகே. ஸோ செகண்ட் கலரை நீங்க எடுத்து கொண்டு போகும்போது அந்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கலர் மேல ஓவர்லேப் பண்ணி கொஞ்சம் ஸ்லைட் கிராஸா எடுத்துட்டு வந்திருக்கீங்களா?
எஸ். சி.
ஓகே, சூப்பர். இப்போ அந்த பர்பிள் கலர் தானே அது? அப்படியே நீங்க அதை எஸ், அதை அப்படியே நீங்க வெளியே எடுத்துட்டு வாங்க. அண்ட் இப்போ அந்த சைடு பர்பிள் சைடுல ஹோல்ட் பண்ணுங்க ஒரு கை வச்சு.
இந்த சைடா இந்த சைடா? இது.
எஸ், அங்கதான்.
ஓகே.
ஓகே, நல்லா டைட்டா ஹோல்ட் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. ஓகே. ஸோ இப்போ நெக்ஸ்ட் ஸ்ட்ராண்ட் எடுத்து கொண்டு வாங்க பார்க்கலாம். இப்போ கம்ஃபர்டபுளா இருக்கா?
இந்த சைடு வரணுமா இல்ல இந்த சைடு வரணுமா?
உங்களோட செகண்ட் கலருக்கு கீழே வரணும். நீங்க ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பண்ணும்போது எப்படி எடுத்துட்டு வந்தீங்க? செகண்ட் கலருக்கு கீழே தானே எடுத்துட்டு வந்தீங்க. அதே போல செகண்ட் கலருக்கு கீழே எடுத்துட்டு வர மாதிரி பார்த்துக்கோங்க. வருதுங்களா? Who's it? Who's the other person? Divya Shetty. Yes. Are you getting it?
No.
What happened? What's happening? You just do it by yourself. I'll just see what is happening.
See, now this yellow I have taken like vertically. Okay.
So now we have taken the purple as the first color, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the first color you have taken it straight.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, nice. So the second color, what you have done? You have taken it in the cross.
I have taken this side. Okay.
Okay. But, I told you to take the second color below the first color. You have taken it upwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a mistake. You should take it below. The yellow should come below the purple color.
Okay. So the purple should come upward.
So first place that purple color straightly.
Excuse. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Is this correct?
Yeah, it is. So take
Yeah.
it through the other side, that purple one.
Yeah.
Okay. Just hold the purple one using the other hand.
Okay.
Okay. Now take the yellow color and take it below the purple one.
Below in the sense like this.
Yes. What happened? Have you placed your thread evenly like this in the same line? Did you place it like this? I think you haven't placed in the same line.
I am.
Did you then? Had you placed it like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, go ahead.
Is this correct?
Yes, it is. But you should actually pull some more. Take your yellow thread even more below. Is it working?
Once. Yeah.
So வேற யாராவது கம்ப்ளீட் பண்ணிருக்கீங்களா? கம்ப்ளீட் பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னா சொல்லுங்க பார்க்கலாம். Has anyone completed the bangle? If anyone completed the bangle, please put a thumbs up in the chat box. And இன்னொருத்தவங்க யாரோ வரல சொல்லிட்டு இருந்தீங்க. லாவண்யாவா, லக்ஷயா. I don't know.
கொஞ்சமா வருது ஆனா அது எக்ஸாக்டா ஓகேவா?
Yeah, super. இது நீங்க கொஞ்சம் ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ண தான் வரும். ஃபர்ஸ்டே நல்லா வரணும் அப்படின்றது இட்ஸ் நாட் மேண்டேட்டரி. ஸோ கீப் ஆன் ப்ராக்டிசிங். நீங்க ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணும்போது அது வந்துடும்.
Is this okay?
Yes, it is fine.
Okay. Need
Yeah.
more friction, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You should practice more so that it will eventually become.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. It is a bit complicated, but once you have உங்களுக்கு அந்த த்ரெட் வந்து எப்படி ஹேண்டில் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு தெரிஞ்சிச்சுனாலே it will be much more easier to work with. ஸோ மீதி எல்லாருக்குமே வந்துருச்சுங்களா? எல்லாருக்குமே பெர்ஃபெக்ட்டா வருதா? ஏதாவது இஷ்யூ இருக்கா? எல்லாரும் பண்றீங்களா ஃபர்ஸ்ட்? It is not mandatory to complete the full bangle. Just you have to understand the method. Is it working? Was it Divya Shetty? Yes, right? Is it
Yeah.
working for you?
Actually, the crisscross thing, it is not coming from me.
Okay.
Only one color is coming out of.
Okay, let me come back to you later about this. Okay, I'll teach you again. Okay, because it is getting a lot of time, right? I'll teach you again later. Okay, we'll move with the next. So நீங்க இப்போ again இன்னொரு see இப்போ உங்களுக்கு இங்க முடிஞ்சிருக்கு. So you have to attach a second batch அப்படின்னும் போது what you have to do is இங்க என்ன கலர் கம்ப்ளீட் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லி பாருங்க. It is completed with the second color, right? So இப்போ நம்ம என்ன பண்ணணும்? You should start with the first color again. So நம்ம இங்க என்ன பண்ணலாம்? What you have to do is you should apply some glue. கொஞ்சம் glue apply பண்ணிக்கங்க பின்னாடி, and then start with the first color. So பின்னாடி திருப்பி வச்சுக்கோங்க, ஃப்ரண்ட்ல திருப்பி வச்சுக்கோங்க. So frontல face பண்ணிட்டு இந்த மாதிரி பின்னாடி fix பண்ணுங்க, so that it will be more convenient and easy for you to fix this color again. So இது பின்னாடி இப்படி fix பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னா இந்த மாதிரி நீங்க கொண்டு வரும்போது கரெக்டா இருக்கும். ஓகே, ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி கரெக்டா இருக்கா அப்படின்னு சொல்லி பார்த்து ஃபிக்ஸ் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. அகேன் அதுக்கு ஆப்போசிட்ல
Sorry to disturb, but can you please pin your video?
yeah. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, you're going to attach the second color over here like this. Okay, and then you can start working as it is. So இப்போ வந்து உங்களுக்கு ரெண்டுமே எங்கெங்க வரணுமோ அங்கங்க பர்ஃபெக்ட்டா வந்துச்சு. So you can start working like this. You should actually leave some time to dry and then you should start working. If not, it will be much more harder to work with. Okay, so again நம்ம என்ன பண்ண போறோம், we'll start with the first color and then we'll take it through right here, and then I'm not putting a lot of pressure because இது இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் dry ஆகல அப்படின்றதுனால I'm not putting a lot of pressure, so கொஞ்சம் லூஸா தான் தெரியும். And I'm going to take the second color like this. So same likewise இதை நீங்க வந்து ஃபுல்லா கம்ப்ளீட் பண்ணுவீங்க. Okay, you just keep on practicing. இது கொஞ்சம் நம்ம காம்ப்ளிகேட்டடா இருக்கும். So initial stagesலயே it is not mandatory to like practice this thing. So first concentrate on practicing the basic winding and then you can move with this. Okay, see this is not dried properly, right? So since it is not dried properly, it came off just like that. Okay, so you can start working like this. Okay, so we are clear about it, right? So இதுல ஏதாவது டவுட் இருக்கு அப்படின்னா கேளுங்க. So for Divya Shetty, I'll teach you sometime later, okay? So don't worry about it. Other than that, எல்லாருமே கம்ப்ளீட்டா புரிஞ்சது இல்லைங்களா? Shall we move to the next one? எனர்ஜியே இல்லையே, எல்லாருக்கும் டயர்ட் ஆயிடுச்சா? Shall we start with the next one? So ஜும்கா மட்டும் பண்ணிட்டு நம்ம அட்டாச் பண்ணிட்டோம் அப்படின்னா அது வேலை முடிஞ்சது. All right. So what are we going to do is we are going to start again over here. So I'm just going to place my thumb finger right here. And then we are going to simply use the same method. The winding process and all, it is going to be the same method which we are going to use it for all such things. So I'm just going to hold my thread like this and I'm just going to scrape it to the base so that it creates a vibration and the thread will eventually place on its own. Okay, and then what am I going to do? I'm going to hold it near the hole and then I'm going to use this needle part, and then I'm taking this needle part through the hole like this. Okay, so if you have any gap like this, feel free to adjust using your hands gently. Okay, you should not put so much of pressure, just make it gently. Okay, and what you have to do is you have to leave some gap in between each winding. Why? Because Can you tell me the reason? Can anyone tell me the reason why are we leaving some gap between the two winding?
To add another color.
Yes, very good. So if you want to add another color, you can use the same method. And the other point is the next important point is because even if you use a single color also, you should use the same method is what I personally feel, because while you're working with this, the bangle and jhumkas are different. It has a dome like this, right? So what will happen? It has a bigger hole over here and it is a smaller hole over here. So what will happen? So when you are taking your thread through the smaller hole, what will happen? This will create a bulginess in thread in very particular area over here and all that. You will have some kind of bulginess if you start winding it gradually. So that is why we are going to leave some gap. Okay, so இந்த மாதிரி கேப் விட்டு விட்டு நீங்க ஒர்க் பண்ணும்போது என்ன ஆகும், இங்க வந்து செகண்ட் கலரும் நீங்க ஆட் பண்ணிக்கலாம். அப்படி இல்ல சேம் கலரே தான் நீங்க குடிக்கிறீங்கன்னா கூட யூ கேன் யூஸ் இட். இந்த மாதிரி பண்ணும்போது இந்த இடத்துல நமக்கு வந்து ரொம்ப பவுன்சினஸ் இல்லாம ஒரு நீட் ஃபினிஷ் நமக்கு வரும். ஓகேங்களா? பிகாஸ் anyhow we are going to add a jhumka mold cap on this. So அது நீங்க ஆட் பண்ணும்போது it should not feel bouncy. So that is why we are making it as flat as possible. Okay. Again, and also gap விடும்போது only you should leave gap for the next 13 strands. இதே போல இன்னொரு டைம் நீங்க 13 strands எடுத்து வைண்ட் பண்ற அளவுக்கு மட்டும்தான் you should leave gap over here. அதை தாண்டி நீங்க கேப் விட்டீங்க அப்படின்னா it is very hard to cover again. Okay. Are we clear about it? Do you have any other queries? So once you complete one round, you can start winding the second round. If you have such length, you can start working it as it is. If not, you have to again take the strands and then you have to attach to it. Is anyone having any query? So this is my last winding for the first batch. So what am I going to do? I'm going to finish it off over here and then I'm going to start again from the gap which we left, right? Like this. Okay. Has anyone completed? யாராவது கம்ப்ளீட் பண்ணிருக்கீங்களா? I'm simply going to stop it right here. If you want, you can complete it. So எப்படி ஸ்டாப் பண்றதுன்னு சொல்லி பார்க்கலாம். Again, what you have to do is you just have to apply glue and simply trim the edges, and then what you can do, you can apply some glue to the thread over here, and then if it is possible you can use your fingers itself. If not, just take a craft knife or needle, whatever it is, you can have it, and you just use your craft knife to seal this thread over here like this. Okay, are we clear? Everyone completed? So now take a mold cap. This is called as Jhumka mold cap. Okay, so this is called as Jhumka mold cap. Please everyone take this. This is available in many sizes, shapes, and also it is available in silver, gold, and antique. So I'm like showing you just few of them. I'm searching for the small one, the smaller one. Yeah, I got it. So these are few types I'm showing you. It is available in many designs. Okay, so this is called as Jhumka mold cap. Basically, we use it on top of jhumkas, or even we can use it for making the neck piece. Okay, so basically what am I going to do is I'm going to place it like this. Like, have I given the same shape for you guys? Is it the same shape I've given you?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Then what you can do is, it will be slightly in a dome shape. So what you can do is slightly use a flat nose plier. I've told you flat nose plier, right? So just take a flat nose plier and make it a bit flat like this. Not too flat, but slightly. Only place your flat nose plier on the petal-like shape and just press it out. You will get a wider one like this. Okay, so once you get that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply glue to this mold cap. What am I going to do? I'm going to apply glue to this mold cap, not on this thread base. Okay, because when we place when we apply glue on it, what will happen is we don't know exactly what where it is going to cover and all such, right? So we might end up with an excess glue and all such. So that is the reason why we are applying glue on the mold cap instead of applying directly on the jhumka piece. Okay. So I'm simply applying B7000 glue. Since it is going to place it on the thread, I'm only using B7000 glue. In case if you're going to attach two jhumkas, we are not going to work anything like that. But just for an example, I'm saying if you're going to, because it is a metal, right? If you're going to attach two of the jhumkas, then you have to use B7000 glue, not fabric glue. Okay, since we are going to attach the same to the fabric glue, sorry, to the thread, so that is why I'm using fabric glue. Just place it like this and give it a press. Can you see there is no excess glue anywhere?
Can we use a smaller one like this?
Yes, you can use a smaller one.
Okay.
So once you're done with that, what am I going to do is you can take 5 mm golden beads and a head pin. I'll show you what is head pin and eye pin and all such. So just take a 5 mm golden bead I'm taking two 5 mm golden bead and I'm going to use head pin. This is called as head pin. Okay. So this is called as head pin. And this one which has loop is called as an eye pin. Okay. So if you are going to attach any hangings to the jhumka or any other thing, so only in that case you will be using eye pin. If you're not going to add any hangings or anything, like any other layer under this, then I personally recommend you to go with the head pin. Okay, it's because it has a flat surface at the bottom, so it says that your design ends here and it gives you a neat finish. Okay, so what am I going to do? I'm just taking a 5 mm bead and I'm going to add this 5 mm bead to my head pin. Okay, and then what am I going to do? I'm going to take my head pin through this hole and then I'm going to hold it really tight like this. And again, I'm going to take another 5 mm bead and I'm going to place it over here. And then what am I going to do? If you feel that this part, sorry, if you feel that if you have this part excess, you can just trim it off using a wire cutter, but you should not trim more than this. If you trim more than that, you might not able to make a loop out of it. So what are we going to do? We are simply going to cutting a bit like this. Just this much I'm going to trim it off. If you want, you can trim it. If not, it is completely fine. I've just trimmed it. And what am I going to do? I'm using a flat nose plier, okay? So using a flat nose plier, I'm going to turn this head pin towards my right. We can slightly tilt it. Okay, you can slightly tilt it towards your right like this. Slightly tilt your eye pin towards your right like this. Okay, once you're done with it, what are you going to do? Look at my hand. I'm holding my flat nose plier like this. And what am I going to do? I'm just simply going to twist it like this. What am I going to do? I'm simply going to twist it like this. Okay, like this. I'm going to hold the head pin using my flat nose plier like this. You should not take it too far. Okay, I'm holding it like this in the end. Okay, and then I'm going to make a turn. And you should hold these two beads really tight so that you can work. Sorry. So that you can work without any pressure. So what are you going to do? I'm simply going to twist it like this to make a loop. Okay. Are we clear? Are you guys following? Okay. So we made this loop.
One more time.
Yeah. I'll use this one and I'll show you. Okay. So what are we going to do? We are simply going to okay. So what am I going to do? I'm simply going to twist it towards my right like this. Can you see? Like this. And then what am I going to do? I'm going to hold it from the end and I'm going to simply twist it like this. Okay. And again, once you complete that, take 5 strands. Just a small 5 strands. It is not mandatory to take that long strands. I'm just using my hands to take 5 like this. If I want to cover a very small part, I will not use any board or something like that. Maximum, I'll try to use it. I'll try to make it using my hands, or if it is not possible, then you can use your card, any of your card, like your visiting card or your ATM card, whatever it is. You can use that and take few strands, sorry, 5 strands, and just trim it off. And I'm going to glue. I'm going to glue on both the sides. Okay. So I've glued from both the sides. And what am I going to do? I'm simply going to apply some glue again on the half of the bangle. And I'm placing my 5 strands over here, like we made it for the beaded bangle. And now what am I going to do is I am going to take a jump ring. Okay. So I am going to take a jump ring. This is called as jump ring. Okay. They have given you all such things. So this is called as a jump ring. So simply we are going to attach the jump ring over here. So before attaching the jump ring, what you have to do, you should wind 1 or 2 times before attaching the jump ring. So once you're done with that, you can add your jump ring. You can add your jump ring through this. Okay. So just wind it 1 or 2 times before adding the jump ring, and then once you're done with it, add your jump ring through this thread. Okay, and place it like this. Again, if you want, you can add a small amount of glue over here where you're going to place your jump ring like this. And then you're going to simply wind it again, and you're going to wind it through the jump ring again for 1 or 2 times, just to make sure it is not moving back and forth. Okay, so once you're done with this, you're simply going to trim off all the excess. Okay. Trim off all the excess, and I'm going to secure it. And this is how it looks like. Okay, so once you're done with this, what am I going to do? I'm simply going to, you can either open jump ring or the jhumka's loop. I am going to open the jhumka's loop slightly because we have to take it through the jump ring. So I'm simply going to open a bit. And then what am I going to do? I'm going to attach this jhumka to the jump ring like this. Okay. And again, I am going to put some pressure to secure it again. Make sure to seal it very tightly so that it will not fall apart. Okay. If you want, you can add some kundan works over here as well. Okay. You can also directly use this loop over here. But why am I using this jump ring is because I want this motion. Okay, because I want this motion to happen only if you add jump ring, this motion will happen. If not, you will not get this motion because this loop will hold the thread very tight, so this motion will not happen. So that is the reason why I've attached a jump ring. Right? Are we clear? So are we clear till now?
Is this right?
Amazing. Super பண்ணிருக்கீங்க.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So I think everyone is clear about it. If you have any queries, you can ask it right away. So let me just quickly cover this bridal name bangle. So basically people will ask for the bridal name bangle, right? With the name of groom and bride. So what am I going to do? I'm simply going to show you how to attach it. That's it. Okay. So it is super simple as that. So there is not much more to concentrate on. So we are simply going to like for example, I'm going to write a letter R, and remember, like you have to mention the client that this much of letters only can be written on this bangle. You should mention that. You have to practice. Like you have to practice before, like how many letters you're going to cover, because that depends on the font which you choose and as well as the size of the bangle. So the number of letters might differ from each and every bangle and design. So it is not possible for me to tell you this much of letters only can be covered. So if your client names is more than 13-14 words and all such, it is not possible for you to cover both of their names in a single bangle. What you can do is you can tell them what are the issues are there, and then what you can do is you can suggest them to go with one name in one bangle. You can tell them to write. You can tell them to go with bride name in one bangle and groom name in one bangle. So that way you can make them feel okay. And if not, what you can do is you can ask them if they are okay with only the initials with the heart and all such things. If they are okay with it, then you can simply add their initials with the heart in, and you can do some kundan works on the other spaces. Okay. So simply what am I going to do? I'm going to if you want, you can measure it even before you start working. I'm not going to do that. But if you want, you can do that. I personally feel that it is a double work for me. So I always do this. I'll apply some glue. See, I've applied a small amount of glue. Okay. I'm not pouring the glue on my thread. I've just added this much. Okay. This much is more than enough. It can hold your stone chain very firmly. Okay. So what am I going to do? I'm simply going to attach it, and I'm going to trim the excess of using my wire cutter. What I told you, you should not cut all these. This is a bit heavy. Okay. So you should not use your cutter to cut the stone chain. Okay. If you're done with it, you see, I'm using the stone chain. This is called a stone chain, and this is of silver color. It is available in various colors. various colors and various sizes also available. So these are few various colors which I am showing. Okay. So there are various colors which is available in the market. You can choose any of it. So I'm simply using a silver one right now. It is not mandatory to only use the stone chain. You can also go with a ball chain. Okay. So ball chain. Okay. So this is called as a ball chain. This is also available in different sizes and colors. I have one other color. So we have silver, gold, and red color. It is also available in various colors. Okay. So you can also use the same. You can just trim it off. Again, I'm going to add it on this like this. And then I'm going to trim the excess. The font and all such things are completely up to you or your client. I'm just simply showing what you can do with this. You can go ahead with only stone chain, or you can also go ahead only with ball chain. And I maximum see that people are only using stone chain and ball chain. What you can do is, you can use Zardosi, right? I'll show you. Let me just do this. So what you can do is, we can also use Zardozi. So this one is called as Zardozi. It basically looks like a spring. Okay. If you stretch it like this, it will become, it looks like a spring, right? So this is called as Zardosi. And either you can use Zardosi. It is also available in multiple colors. As I'm having a blue right now, we have multiple colors. My storage box is a bit messy, so that is why I'm hesitating to show you guys. But okay, by the way. So these are some other colors which is available in the market. See, we have green, pink, blue, three different shades of blue and two different shades of green. So we have different colors and all such. It is available in the market. So you can use any of it as well. So what you can do is you can use this Zardozi to make any font. Okay. So this looks something different from any of it which we are doing right now. So you can give it a try. It will be a huge hit. You can use any font. So I'm creating A. So what am I doing? I'm simply adding two Zardosi, two line I've added. And now what am I going to do? Here I'm going to add only one line. Okay. You can also use Nakshi instead. I'll show you that as well. I'll show you what is Nakshi. People might know what is Nakshi and all that, right? How many of you do Ari work? Okay, so we have so much of people who does Ari work. That's amazing. So I'm going to add. You can add one more layer over here, or you can attach one line over here. So you should choose your font before you start working. Okay. Yeah. So you can use a stone chain, ball chain, or a Zardosi, or you can also use Nakshi. This is called as Nakshi. Okay. So this is called as Nakshi. So you can also use the Nakshi to design your fonts. Okay. If you use Nakshi or Zardosi, it will be more unique than the rest of the people. So you can give it a try. Okay, this is a way more easier, as I told you. You should the only thing you should be concentrating on is the gluing technique. You should not apply more glue. You should only apply minimal of glue. Only then you will not mess up the work. Okay. So that is all about today. So we have covered.
Ma'am, I have one query. You have teach, I think so, 5 to 6 pattern, right? If I'm not wrong.
Sorry.
You have teach today, it is 5 to 6 pattern, different pattern.
Okay, so we have
Like
covered.
different method. Like bangles, how to design it, bead, then diamond chain.
Yeah, I'll
And
tell you what are the things I've covered today. We'll just
yeah.
give a quick recall on today's session, okay?
Then how much bangles we have to make, ma'am, actually?
After?
How much bangles we have to make in this today section?
Okay, so okay, let me tell you all such things right away. So first, let me start with the bangle which we have covered today. Okay, so today we have started making from the basics. So we've covered the basic winding first, and then we started making the beaded bangle. So in
Yes,
beaded
correct.
bangle, we have covered three patterns of making a beaded bangle, and then
Mhm.
we have moved with the jhumka bangle, and also I've taught you like how to make the jhumka and how to attach it to the bangle and all such things we have covered
Correct.
today.
Okay.
Okay, and then we made a crisscross bangle,
Mhm.
right? We have made crisscross bangle, and then we moved with the bridal
Name
bangle.
bangle.
Yes, bridal name bangle. So in the bridal name bangle, I've taught you like how can you come up with the variations and all such things, right?
Mhm.
Okay,
For this
so
bangle,
sorry,
how many times you are taken, ma'am? For
uh,
bridal bangle,
I
so
can't get you. It is not clear.
for the bridal bangle, how
Mm-hmm.
many times you have taken, ma'am?
How many strands?
Yes,
Okay, so for one cut bangle, how many strands did I told you?
15 to 18.
No, that is for two cut bangle. So for one cut bangle, I've told you to take 23 to 25 strands.
Okay,
Okay,
25. A big size,
yeah.
okay. So
So we have
25.
taken 23 to 25 strands to make this one cut bangle.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. So, do anyone have any doubt in this today's session? So, I've told you what are the things we have covered in this, like today's class. So, do you have any queries on this today's session? No doubts, amazing. So informative. Thank you so much. Okay. So let me so can I ask you guys how was the session today so that it helps me to improve me for the tomorrow session?
Yes, please.
Very clear. Thank you so much. So informative and clear. Thank you. So can you tell me what are the bangles? Should we complete? Okay. So for tomorrow, what you have to do is I've given you the homework, right? So you have to complete one two-cut bangle and one-cut bangle. So this is your homework. You should complete it by 12. You should complete it and post your works on the group before 12 p.m. Okay. So this is the minimum homework. If it is possible for you to make another two-cut bangle, it is also fine. You can go ahead.
Ma'am, I'm sending you my another mobile number. On that I'm on WhatsApp. Can you add me that in that ma'am in the group?
Sorry, dear, I can't get you. Can you please come again?
I will share you my another WhatsApp number.
Okay.
Can you add me in that from that number, please? Can you add that number?
Okay, what you can do is you can use the same link to join the group again, but please inform me which number is it so that I can remove that number from the group.
I will send you. Only mobile number for WhatsApp group. Whatever we were doing the practical and making this, I'm sending you the photographs.
Sorry, I can get you. Can you come again?
I'm sending you the WhatsApp number, new WhatsApp number. You
Okay.
add me, okay, in that number. Using
Okay.
that number.
Okay, fine.
Okay, yeah.
Basic things was cleared very well. Thank you. Who's that? Divya Shetty, thank you so much. Srinidhi, I am a beginner in this field. It is too informative, but the class is too faster for me and I still struggle to practice crisscross pattern. Okay, no issues at all. We have taken the class as much as slow as possible. But no issues. Crisscross might be difficult for all the beginners. You should keep on practicing for that. So do not worry about it, okay? You will eventually get it there. Okay, fine. So thank you so much for joining the today's session. All right. So guys, thank you so much for joining today's session. I hope it was informative for you guys. And as I told you earlier, I've given you the homework, so please complete it and send your pictures in the WhatsApp group by before tomorrow 12 p.m. so that it will be more smooth to begin the tomorrow's session. Okay. And if you have any other queries, you can post it in the group. And also I want you guys to post the work which you have done today in the group so that I can review the work and I'll give you the corrections, if any. Okay. Lakshya, I'm beginner too. It is very informative, but I am struggling with crisscross and I should practice a lot with Jhumka as well. Thanks a lot, man. Thank you, Lakshya. Thank you everyone.
Yeah, ma'am, we didn't got a WhatsApp group link through the mail.
You did get the Zoom link, right? Through mail?
Yeah, Zoom link we got.
Yeah, and the same mail itself, you just scroll it down, that will be a WhatsApp group link. You can use that to join. Ma'am, could you please send the theory PDF? Yes, I will be sharing you guys the PDF and the material, the raw material suppliers details in WhatsApp group. Okay, so don't worry about it. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for joining. So where is? Oh, I think she left the group. I think Divya Shetty, right? Divya Shetty and whoever who doesn't well with the crisscross bangle.
Yeah, me also no.
Okay, please stay back. Others, you can leave the session.
Ma'am, I have some household work.
Sorry?
Yeah, my kid is, I mean, I need to leave.
Okay. Okay, no issues. No problem. Okay. Then we'll leave the group today. You can watch the recordings, and if you have any queries, you can ask me later on. Okay?
Sure, sure.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining today's session. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Thank you,
Yeah,
ma'am.
thank you.
Bye.